Hello, everybody. Do you remember who I am? It's been like a little bit. Hello, welcome back.
Hiya, papaya.
What's up? Hello to Mary Sue, Elvia, Tristan, The Krev, Lunar Cryogen, Hydri, Bright Sky. Who else? Vopop, what's up? There's no tent. Listen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's going to be too much happening right now. But okay, Elvia, 23 months. Looking pasty is that. This is not true. It's not true. This is a lie. Listen, the camera's not doing a very good job of picking it up. Okay. I actually. You just can't. The color's all off. The color's off. Can you see the line? You can see that it's like kind of pinky, right? I absolutely got a tan. I absolutely did. Am I brown? No, I'm not brown yet, unfortunately. Because I really didn't have enough time. I kind of just got burnt the once and let it be. Chuck says, ugh, this guy is back. I guess it could be worse. Yeah, it could be. Could be worse. All right, I believe you. Pepperidge Farm remembers. No clue who this guy is. Just came here for fire. That's fair. That's fair. All right. JC, what's up? Chad McDownbad, hello. I gotta lower this because it is loud in my ear. We have these pretty winter shores. I mean, it's prettier when you don't feel the cold, I guess. I was very happy to not be in this while I was in Brazil. But here's chapter 4. I have no idea what's going to be going on. I don't really care to look ahead and find out anymore at this point. So we're just going to peek in the castle. Is this where we are? No, we're not. I think we're over. Yeah, we're over here. I don't even remember if we did any arena grinding. I don't think so. Yeah, we did not. So let's start out by doing a little bit of that. Let's go with Sigurd first. Why don't we? Did I miss the cam girl story? Jeez. No, you did not. Thankfully. We didn't celebrate anything for Elvia. So Elvia. Oop, minimizing that does not help. Elvia, thank you for the 23 months on a 19-month streak. Thank you. Thank you. Let's do something special for that. Why don't we? Let's do a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Not do it. There we go. There we go. Still no Fates video, says Gabe. I did work on it this weekend. The Fire Emblem Fates video is at approximately 75% completion. I say that because there's one section that needs a little bit more in terms of visuals. Sometimes the hardest thing is finding the correct footage. I get very specific, like if I'm talking about a specific thing a character is saying, I'm not one of those creators that can just show random crap on the screen. Like we have to show what we're talking about, right? It like ties into it, but then I go overboard with that and we show everything all the time, which is very unnecessary. Anyway, 75% done with the Fates video. I do anticipate that this month it will release and we'll be back to somewhat of a normal upload schedule. There's other content I'd like to get back to as well, but I feel pretty good about it. I'm not sure that I've ever refined a video as much as I have with this one, so I think it's going to be really special, and I'm looking forward to it. Let's go. I clicked the wrong button because we were doing a bunch of other stuff. Let's go arena. Take the silver sword. Rank 1, yeah, right. 75, we were expecting at least 76. Weren't you 75% done 75 days ago? No, that's not true. That's not true. Like a month ago, month and a half, I might have been like, what, 50% maybe? But I'm actually probably closer than 75% because I have a lot of the clips laid out, even for the further chapters than the one that I'm on. But I have to do another sweep going back through and making sure that the music levels in the background are correct and everything. And sometimes you do like effects earlier on in a video and you're like, you're not 100%, it's not exactly what you wanted, but you continue editing and going along and you're like, does it matter enough if it's not perfect? So there's like little things that I'll probably continue to tweak, but. Oh yes, step on me, Camilla. A video? Just fill it with panning shots of cipher art. I wish I was that creator. I really do. I wish I could just record like this raw footage of genealogy here and have like 30 minutes of a continuous background footage and just talk about like whatever, a genealogy remake. And like, that's it. Never show anything else. Never show a new Switch. Never show anything like that. I can't do it. I can't do that. I can't do it. I got a 45 stream streak before the Fates video was finished. That's probably true. That's probably true. Hey, it's been a while in the making, okay? I've lived a very busy life in the past few years. What's up, Fluffy Ninja? Thank you. How are you? Deep Freeze. Yeah, honestly, Deep Freeze, I don't know if I want to call this my magnum opus, but in terms of my content, I feel like this is going to be quality-wise the pinnacle of whatever I've ever created on this channel. That's a great Sigurd level right there. Good start. What's up, Valence? I've heard about you. Hope you enjoyed your vacation. Yes, thank you. You know, it wasn't a very relaxing vacation, and I wasn't really expecting that, I guess, in the first place, but I guess it was less relaxing than I thought as well, which doesn't mean that it was bad, but because it certainly was not bad at all. It was fun, but I don't know, it was different than what I expected. So for those of you that don't know, I went back to Brazil last week, well, a little bit before that, and that was my second time visiting after my trip to both Argentina and Brazil in, I believe, what, fall 2023. This time, I will say it was a lot more comfortable in terms of learning Portuguese and being able to speak people. I can't even speak English first, and I'm talking about speaking Portuguese. Learning to speak and communicate with people was much better this time. It felt smoother. I felt more adept at it. I kind of feel like if I continue to go back and visit in the future, it'll just get easier and easier, and I think that's kind of exciting. That's probably like my biggest good takeaway from the trip. I compiled an entire list of new words and phrases that I learned, including some bad words in Portuguese. So I'll give you one right now. Você foder. Don't tell your mom você foder. Talk to us in some Portuguese. Well, the first oh, he leveled up again. Wow, nice. The first Portuguese phrase I ever learned from the first time of going there, and you'll understand the reason why this is the first official phrase. Well, that's not true. I have a little bit of Portuguese heritage, and so my family has naturally taught me some words, but mostly they are swear words. But in terms of an actual phrase and sentence, the first phrase that I learned the first time that I went was Você é... It would be helpful if I could do it in one go. Você é muito bonita. Which basically is, you are very beautiful. Essentially. And now that I've said that, the reason why that was the first phrase that I needed to learn while I was there should dawn upon you. Rank 7. Do we let him do this? A Baron with Bolganon? Can he surpass his fate in this battle? Hold on. This is too important. We'll come back. We'll come back to the Portuguese thing. Double. No! Dodge it. 36. Dodge it. Don't die. Don't die on me, Siggy. Yes, not today. Let's go. Come on. Dodge it. It's just fated to be that way. If this were a TV show, this is what you'd call a serious foreshadowing moment. Anyway, Not even 10 minutes in. Oh no, Stevie has peaked. Now it's only down. Now it's only down from here. No, I'm good, okay? And there are some fun stories in this trip, but I will say it's not as exciting as my first time there. I will say that. Mostly because I chose for it to not be in some ways. All right, let's move on to our next victim. I mean, person to attempt arena. And I think Lex is a beautiful candidate. In fact, if Lex does not make it all the way through, I'd be pretty saddened and upset. We really need to fix that Brave Axe, though. Hold on. This needs to happen. I got a cold while I was there again, even though I had a cold a few weeks ago. I still sound a little stuffy. I feel pretty good, but I don't know what's going on. It's like lingering or something, where like the symptoms go away and then they come back, and I'm really confused about it. So apologies for that, because I feel like I sound weird, but it is what it is. Were the hotels cleaner? I don't know what that means. Were the hotels cleaner? Was there something wrong with the hotel the first time? When I went to Texas, I picked a very bad... My first pick, as I was trying to find a cheap hotel for a week in Texas last fall, was I picked one of those extended stay places. I don't know if you're referring to that, but I'll tell that story really quickly. I picked an extended stay place, and I figured, oh, this is fine. Like, the pictures look fine. And I went there, and it was not fine. It was really not fine. It was in a really sketchy area. The room looked awful, like held together with duct tape, basically. Fridge, even the top of the fridge was filthy and disgusting. I didn't trust the sheets that I was about to sleep in and lay in were clean. In fact, I'm pretty sure I found like little hairs on it and stuff like that as well. But I think the ultimate example of why this extended stay place that I stayed at last fall, was not, and this is Texas, this is not even Brazil that we're talking about, but Texas, the pinnacle example I could give you of that place was that the person across the hall from me, in the corner by their door, had a little pile of dog food just sitting there on the floor, not in a dog bowl, not in a tray, just on the floor in the corner. That's pretty indicative of the kind of place that you're staying. Also, the hallways were filthy. Like, you couldn't even vacuum the freaking hallway of the hotel. Come on. Come on. Valen said, I feel like vacations are rarely relaxing and usually require rest when you get back. True. Especially like a vacation well lived. But I guess I would say the first thing that kind of annoyed me, the flights were better this time in terms of maybe I'm getting used to flying for long hours. I had like a 3-hour and then a 9-hour overnight flight. So I got in very early in the morning there. I slept a little bit on the flight, but basically you're going to lose your first night being exhausted and sleeping a lot. So that's pretty much what happened on the first night. But when I got there, when you go to other countries, if you use your cell service, or at least if you have Verizon like to rob you. And so they want to charge you $12 a day to use your cell service in another country, which is crazy because in Thailand, for example, which I went to last fall as well, I got an eSIM for Thailand for like $20 for unlimited data for the whole week that I was there, basically. So $20 for a week as opposed to Verizon, $12 a day. And also Verizon is using like the Brazilian towers and stuff, so you're really not even getting the same degree of service as you'd get back home, which is just wild. So the first step of me getting there and getting the hotel was, I need an eSIM. We got to figure this out. I had bought one through an app, and then I tried to install it, and it was just nothing but issues and problems. I couldn't even install the eSIM into my phone, which is like the baby first step of like clicking the button to like put it in your device, which should literally just be you click a button, you wait like 30 seconds, and then it's just there and it's good. Then you try to enable it and turn it on and make it work. I couldn't even get it in the freaking phone. It was giving me errors and stuff like that. So that was a nightmare. I think we'll take Lex here all the way because he's probably capable. I'm not really paying attention, but he's doing well. I'm gonna not say anything else because I don't want to jinx him, but dude, your immune system sucks. You get sick like 5 times a year, like 2 times a month. I have been. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with me. I literally cursed him as soon as I said that. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have not looked at him while he was... Damn it, Lex. I'm not saying anything anymore. Lewin. You could do it, right? 11 use? Come on. Come on. I know, I don't know why my immune system's been so bad. I mean, staying up late 4 nights a week till like 3 in the morning and then waking up for work at like 9 is not good. But I don't know, it does seem way worse than normal. Working from home, I feel like your immune system is probably more reduced, right? Because you're not exposed to as much as everybody else going out there in the world. And then me working as a bouncer for a nightclub, I think you're exposed to probably more. Because we pick up cups and stuff like that at times. So that probably doesn't help. I just don't, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been this sick though, this often. Pet-friendly places that are cheap are usually not as clean either from my experience as Lunar. That makes sense, but I wasn't considering like pet friendliness when I looked at for an extended stay thing. Maybe extended stays in general are just sketchy and not good, but I had no experience with it, and I figured this is cheaper than a normal hotel for a week. Let's do it. And I regretted that so badly. What's up, Gamer Swordsman? Verizon ripped you off. Yeah, so unfortunately, I couldn't get that eSIM to work. I did get it installed eventually because it just decided all of a sudden that it was going to work in terms of the installation, which to this day makes no sense. Despite countless restarts of my phone and trying weird things and whatnot. Finally, like 2 days later, it does decide to install and at least do that part of the process. But then I wasn't getting texts. And like certain things were working and certain things were not working. It was like some... I don't know. It sucked. I ended up eating a big $12 a day Verizon shit sandwich for the entire week while I was there. So unfortunately, like that being the first thing that happened on the trip was not great. Wow. Literally double 27 hit rates. You guys are sucking. What's happening here? I'm not even trying to pay attention and you're sucking. What's up, Reen? But the trip in general, what should I say about this? Let's see, where do I start? The hotel this time was good. I liked it. It had a nice pool on the rooftop, little bar at the rooftop. It was great to have caipirinhas again. Those are the special drinks that they have in Brazil that are really popular. I quite like them. I didn't do much till the second day simply because even though I got in on that day, I had to take care of some tickets for Carnival that I had to go to another hotel to pick up basically and get that all squared away. And I got in at like 9 in the morning Brazil time, which was like 7 in the morning here time. And I had to wait until like 2:30 or 3 to check into the hotel. I was at the hotel and they held my stuff, which was nice of them, but the room was not ready on time basically. So that took like half the day just waiting for that. And then I was exhausted after I did everything I needed to do. So kind of just hit the hay early to kind of fix the sleep schedule for the next day. The next day I decided to hit the beach a little bit, which was nice. But I also thought this time that, because right now it's winter up here and in the Southern Hemisphere, I think it's still summer for them because obviously they're on a different timeline for things. So I thought that, you know, it's 90 degrees down there, 95 maybe on a really good day. I figured the beach water would be warmer this time because last time I went in September, which I think was not the correct time of year to be going into the Copacabana water. But the water was still ice, even in the summer. So I think that all year long, that Copacabana beach water is just like taking an ice bath. which is really quite sad, but I guess that's just how it is there. It is very deep and there's a lot of waves. So maybe it just, the sun, despite being hot, doesn't have enough chance to actually warm it up. But yeah, I would actually say that New England here is better in that regard in terms of the water temperature. And yet there's still people that I take to the beach here that complain about the water being cold. So I'd like to see what they say there, but you know, so it was a little bit less relaxing. And also the beaches there, like Copacabana Beach in particular, it's not really the kind of beach where you relax. You could try, but especially being a foreigner or a gringo, you'll go there and it's just constantly people walking by selling things, which is good and bad because it means, hey, if you're hungry on the beach and you want like an alcoholic beverage or something, just wait 5 minutes for a guy to come by with a plate full of them that he just made and buy one there. Or if you're like hungry, they got people going by with shrimps on skewers. They got corn, little carts that people sell some kind of corn. I didn't try that. I was like, why do I want corn on the beach? That one didn't really appeal to me. A bunch of stuff. It's actually crazy. There's like ladies that'll walk by that'll do massages on the beach. Like you lay in the sand and they'll massage you at a cost. I did that last time. I didn't do that this time. That was fun. It's very different from up here. Why don't you eat the corn? Street corn slaps. I don't know if it's like the Mexicans. I mean, this is Brazil, so I don't know if it's like street corn style. I don't actually know what they do to it. I guess I should have thought about that because corn could be good, but I don't know. Corn on the beach, it didn't seem like the right vibe for me. Good level there. Nice job, Beowulf. New England, this MFer eats chowder and has a shrine to Tom Brady. You wish. I do like New England clam chowder. That's good. That's good. Not Rhode Island clam chowder. That sucks. Beach corn sounds fire. Maybe you guys are right. I don't know. I didn't try it. I did, however, eat tiny prawn shrimps on a skewer, and that was fire. I don't know what the guy did to it. Maybe nothing at all. My friends that I was with on this trip were like, bro, do not eat that. You're going to get sick. I actually made a bet with one of them. They thought I would get the shits from eating it. And the guy came back like 10 minutes later and I got a second skewer of these amazing little shrimps. You don't even take the shell off. You just eat it with the shell and it's not like unappealing. It was really good, actually. I kind of missed that a lot. I did not get sick from it. It was good. The guy knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing, Mr. Beach Shrimp Man. I don't know where he got them. I don't know what he cooked, how he cooked them, whatever. I have no idea. I don't really care. It was good. So, did they remove the poop vein? Probably not, to be honest with you, because they were shelled. I don't know. Some people don't seem to care about that, but I do think about that at times, and it does disgust me a little. But they tasted so good. So, I guess it's fine. Why is every attack from Bayo Ben as if he's using a brave sword? Is he popping off right now and I'm not even paying attention to his beautiful moment? This is rank 7 already? Ooh. Do we give him a chance? Oh, I hate this. I could back out right now and he's already impressed me. He doesn't need to go all the way, but he's going all the way. He's doing it. He has 50k lucky. Stop. I did just realize that. But EXP. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm leaving. Okay. I left. I didn't like that. He's fine. He keeps half health, at least. Okay. Jam key. He's trying. We fixed the killer bow. He takes the killer bow. Lunar says, there's a science why beach water in the summer is colder than other seasons. Is that true? I feel like up here in New England makes sense. Like, I'm not gonna try swimming when it's actually freezing outside, so There's no sense in trying that. But in the winter, or in the summer, it gets warm on good days, at least like the thinner parts of the water. If you're diving into like 10-foot deep ocean, like sure, that's cold, but it's not that bad typically. But it was actually like ice bath status in Rio. It's kind of bad. And the waves are so big, like it's fun. You can like fight them and have a good time, but you get exhausted because it's just constant onslaught of huge waves that you're like jumping over or diving through or like just rebuffing. What's up, Arkbird? Joe Silly was here today. Joe Silly. Oh. I gotta catch up on your videos, Joe. I kind of fell off Heroes the past like week or two. I feel bad. Every time I start doing like ether raids and stuff again in Heroes and like getting my rank back up, like I was tier 31 or something. I know that's not Vault of Heaven anymore, but I got back to that and then I like just stopped. When I went on vacation, I just stopped. So it's not good right now. It's really not good. Can use that Armor Slayer. That's an interesting thought, Vopop. I hadn't thought about that. But he's already hurt, so I guess we could heal him in the base. Heal him in the base and give him another shot. That's like just crazy enough to attempt. But we also lost some of my people, so you are not. That's not what I wanted to do. Beowulf. Joe says, it's okay, now is a good time to not care, because stuff like Legendary Sakura has flipped the game on its head. I saw her reveal trailer, but I didn't bother to read anything about what she did. I guess it's good that Sakura can actually be relevant, but that is actually surprising. I didn't think there'd be that much impact from that unit. Free pulled Adane and Faye like yesterday. Adane has that cool teleport, doesn't she? With her staff. It's fun seeing some of these characters appear in Faye. I feel like the timing of this is fun in that regard. Like Adane getting added. All right, so we're gonna go Armor Slayer this time, like you guys recommended. I don't know if it's gonna work. This guy has a surprisingly high hit rate for 50, and he's got Pavis or whatever. Please dodge. Yes, please clap. Okay. Oh!
It's your lucky day.
Bopop, that one's for you. Thanks, Bopop. What a triumph. What a level, too. This game's too easy. This game's too easy. A dance from Sylvia in the castle refreshes everyone, by the way. Someone did say that before. I've never abused that yet, though. I'm not sure if we need to, but should we try? I feel like most of these people do have to get in there. Do we let Do? Okay, let's. The man, the myth, the legend. Here's Do. Do with the wind sword. Do with the wind sword. Yes, he's doing it. He's doing it. He needs to level up. He needs to become stronger. Not a good start. Please dodge. Yes. Come on. Come on. Hit him. Not me. Whatever I say. I need to just go back to ignoring this and reading chat. Whatever I say, the opposite happens. It's like a curse. I don't usually have that streamer curse.
Where in blazes is my to do?
Yeah, I bet you like that, huh? Dude, died again.
I'm going to cook.
Joe says, TLDR, she gives out a status that ignores Kanto control, and that lets those units warp back to her from across the map. What? Why? Sometimes I just wonder why they do things. I don't understand. Canto Control is like a healthy addition, right? That like stops some of the shenanigans that they've allowed to exist in that game. I don't know. I'm sure it's balanced to some degree, but also we've entered an era in Fire Emblem Heroes where it's like everything is just unbalanced, so you just wait for the next thing to unbalance the currently unbalanced thing, and you just accept it and move on with your life, I guess. But in ether raids and stuff, there's definitely certain team comps that I'm just like, I'm not even gonna try. I don't even want to bother. I know Joe's videos on his channel are usually like that. It's a lot of people that just insta quit. They don't even bother attempting to fight his team, which I understand. But also, like, I really wish they would remove the daily rewards from ether raids in there. I understand that it's a gacha game. They want you to play every day. That's the whole point of the incentive. But I think you should be able to do all of your ether raids runs in a single day and get all the rewards. Because sometimes there's days where I'm just logging in to get my dailies and not miss things. I don't have time to be thinking about proper strategies and stuff and like facing an intense ether raids team, or like setting up my ether raids teams properly for like entering any scenario. So I just go in there and I'm like, oh well, this is bad. wasted 2 escape routes today. Nice. Anyway, it's not even called escape route. Whatever, you know what I mean. Who's going in? Who's not? Let's get Cullen in here. Oh yeah, we learned that tail to you is not tail to you. It's what was it? Tall to you? Which is crazy to me, but sure. Picks up that steel blade. Will asks, what's up, Will? How soon until you beat this and move to Echoes? Well, considering I think we're on chapter 4 of 12 of this game, I'd say we still have a bit more of this to do. I think it's 12, if people were correct in what they told me. I don't remember offhand. That will be fun to get to, though, at some point. But I do think that if a remake is coming, and I still have copium hope about that, this will be nice because we get to experience it, and then we potentially maybe get to experience the redone version at some point. So it's a little bit, I feel like this is more relevant. But I would be excited to go back to Echoes for sure. This is Stevie we're talking about. I'm thinking early May. That actually might be too soon. I don't know. I really don't know. These chapters take a while, okay? Takes like at least a stream or two, maybe 3 streams per map. And that's not even taking into account like what we're gonna face later. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think there's a recover in the armory now. What? My do stonks are worthless now? I always want to give him a chance. I always want to give him a chance. Reen says, I'm too busy to probably play Fae. I play real games like Bearwick Saga and Project Sakai. We will try Bearwick Saga eventually too. But that's not the top of my list. There's still like real Fire Emblem. Like, it's gonna upset some people. There's still Fire Emblem games we haven't played on stream yet. So we'll start there. Remake might be announced before he finishes Gen 1. Ouch. When does Gen 1 end? 5? Chapter 5 or something like that? Whatever. Whatever. Who are you pairing up, Lucky, now? Only have 100 turns to generate love points now, says Gabe. Good call. Wait. Oh, yeah, you're including this map in the next map. Right. So we have 100 turns with which to generate love points. Tail Tiyu's got to be somebody's wife. Sorry, Tall Tiyu. Tall Tiyu has to be someone's wife. Did he die? He just died. Well, Ira's got to try. She's not going to do well, I don't think, though. Pleasantly shocked at how not that great Ira is in this game, or at least the way that I've used her. Sorry to say, but now that I said that she's poop, though, she's going to do really well, so I'm kind of excited about that. Excuse me. What's up, Fluffy Ninja? A run usually takes 50 hours when you know what you're doing. I'm glad we added that clarifier there. But nobody knows what they're doing their first run, so it's more like 150 hours. Also, add in the fact that we're reading chat and doing stupid things on stream and making dumb mistakes. Basically, I'll beat the game in 20 hours. That's what I'm hearing. Only 20 more hours of this. Irony doesn't work when you're in on the fate tempting, says Hydri. True, but also it is working currently. Wait, I mean, it's not working. I mean, she's bad. She's poop. She's doo-doo, and she's going to die on this guy. She's going to get hit every time. See that? It worked. Barrick Saga, I was waiting for this. Barrick Saga is honestly better than 90% of Fire Emblem games. She finally got strength. That's interesting. It's better than 90% of Fire Emblem games. The only one it can't beat is Radiant Dawn, and that's because that's my favorite game. Just pair up Taltu with Azel. It's cute. Or Azel. Yeah, didn't they added the E in Fire Emblem Heroes, didn't they? So Azel. It still annoys me. That seems like a good match. I did actually, like last time after the stream, I looked up some of the children. And again, this is the first run, so I don't really want to force anything, but there are some interesting things in there. I did find. Some of them I knew about, but other ones I've never heard anything about ever. There's... I forgot to say that she's bad so that she would live. There's that. This is going to be a really bad start to this map, isn't this? Should I stop? No, you know what? Noish needs his punishment. I mean, glory. Let's go. Steel sword it is. Mr. J, what's up? It's like I can't even... I don't even know what to say. He can't even kill round one. What's the matter with you? You are so shown up by a Beowulf. It's not even funny. I want to keep giving you chances. I want to help you. I gave you money. I gave you skill ring. I gave you return band. I gave you possibility. You probably have a wife, maybe. In fact, I should guarantee that you do not have a wife so that you can't breed because there's no point in giving down these bum horrible genes that you have. I tried so hard. I got so far. But in the end, Noish didn't even matter. Arden needs a baddie. Arden is currently bagging Ira, so I think he got himself a baddie. I like Ira as a character. I don't like her in this run. I see that some of you are disagreeing with me with her being bad. Her being footlocked in this game obviously does not help, of course, but even beyond that. Oh, I knew I was gonna hit. This is bad. This is not good. Shouldn't have done that. He needs it. He needs EXP. Jamke didn't finish. Let's have Jamke finish. That was kind of harsh, this Bright Sky. I gave him every chance. There's only so many times you can get screwed over by someone before you have to cut them out of your life, right? Thought he doesn't get roasted until later. Jeez. I'll give him a chance. I'll roast Alec the same if he decides to screw me over. I can't roast Finn anymore because he's gone. I was roasting him a lot though too. Chuck says, is the Coliseum grinding normal for these early gen games? The thing is, in this game, it's different in particular. That's why we're doing this. Even in like the original like Marth's games, it was a physical entity only on certain maps, the arena. The way that it works basically in like GBA Fire Emblem. Like this is the one where it's weird, where you can just do it from here in the beginning and like spam it with everybody. Did we live? Yeah. I got scared there. I don't know. I think he got shot. I got scared there subconsciously. This is just what you're supposed to do in this game. So. Hold on, my phone is exploding. So let me check something. Okay. So I have to continue with the trip stories, actually. Meeting up with everybody was great. I went on this trip with some friends that I met the first time around. This wasn't an officially sanctioned group event, but these friends wanted to go back for Carnival in Rio, which obviously occurs this time of year. It's kind of like their Mardi Gras in a sense. It's all the fancy costumes and samba dancing, essentially. And that was fun, I will say. They have a specific arena for it. Oh, man. You think Jamke can win this? If he dodges here, I think he's got a chance. Let's go. Let's go. Yes! They have a specific arena for Carnival. It's very funny. It's almost like a racetrack, except it's only one vertical horizontal path, and you have the grandstands on opposite sides all the way down, facing it. So we were pretty high up looking down at it. I will say that unfortunately I saw like footage from the cameras up close. And there's also like VIP sections that are lower and closer to the ground where you can see better. And it's a little unfortunate because they have such elaborate, beautiful costumes and such that if you're really far away from it, like you're seeing it, but you're not really seeing it. You know what I mean? But it was really fun. Carnival actually starts at like 9 p.m. at night and it goes until like 6 in the morning, which is crazy. But we have to consider that Brazil, being a different culture, does things like that. And that was one of the things I actually really liked about it the first time around was if you wanted to go to like a club on like a Tuesday night, the club, first off, the club opens a little later than clubs here in America. They open at like 11, but they close at like 5 or 6 a.m. basically, as opposed to 2 a.m., which is like lame baby shit compared to, you know, the clubs that we have here in America. So again, and also like you're not going to a club Tuesday night here in America either. So no matter what day it is, almost doesn't even matter what time it is, you can go to the club if you want to go to the club and have yourself a good time. There's just a much more like laid back, like casual vibe to their society down there. I'm not saying it's a utopian perfect society. I'm just saying that's pretty cool. I like that about it. So, and also we were trying to find, they have block parties associated with Carnival where entire sections of streets and stuff, people will set up to do parties. Obviously that's what a block party is, but there are specific ones for Carnival. And we were like looking on apps and stuff to see when people were posting about certain ones. And we were confused about the timing because we were like, wait a minute, this one says like 7 o'clock. But then they have military time for the other ones. So that means they're talking about 7 in the morning for block parties. Like, how does that make sense? But it hadn't dawned on us. It didn't click yet. The reason for that is because these crazy Brazilian people, they go to Carnival at night. They stay up all night watching the Carnival celebration, basically. And then at 7 a.m. when Carnival is over, they go back out to the streets and they party and they do not go to bed until after that, which is pretty wild. So unfortunately, we didn't get to go to any block parties in particular, but that was an interesting realization. If I went back in the future, obviously I'd know that now. I would probably sleep later in the day, go out to Carnival later, you know, see that through to the end, and then go hit some of those block parties after that. I think that would be kind of interesting. Did we try Erin? I think Erin should try like 1 or 2. I don't think she's going to go super far. Do we stick with the bolt sword? No, I don't know. It's a mage guy first. What's up, Ask the Staff? Fire before preps are a pretty big investment. It just takes a while. But for units who can get through most or all the arena, it's really nice. Yeah, it's kind of just free. It can screw over your early map chapter performance, I guess, but defense. She's obsessed with defense now. Promote, please. Is he ready? If he leveled up, I didn't see that at all. In terms of what level he is. I didn't notice that part. We'll definitely do that. Yeah, Carnival was fun. I also expected there to be more differences to the samba dancing. The way that Carnival was laid out, I wish I had the footage to show you. I can't put it up right now. I don't have it on my computer yet. But basically, it's like they'll have a dancer, a very sultry. Let's see if I could like find a picture for you, actually. Carnival. I want to find the actual celebration. Not just people wearing costumes. Yeah, this will work. Okay, hold on a second. Can you see that? Yeah. So they have like ladies with these very elaborate costumes, like in between the different schools to like, I guess, advertise who it's coming up, who it's going to be next. And obviously I don't really know what they are, but they actually did some of the most impressive dancing throughout. And so they're kind of like by themselves and they're walking along. But then behind them is like the entire school of those dancers. But those were the really fun costumes. Like they had people that were like dressed as like knights, or like there were even like some clowns. Anything you could think of, probably they had like costumes and stuff for, which is fun. Tree people. But those folks in the more elaborate, different costumes, I guess you could say, they didn't like dance as much. It was mostly just them walking along. And maybe that's because like we were in the middle of the whole strip, basically. So I suppose they could get tired at some point and not like be dancing as much anymore. But still, I don't know. I kind of expected there to be more specific different dances. And some of them put on little shows too, with like the lights would go out or they'd change colors and they would have like glow in the dark stuff. Like that's fun. They also have these huge, ornate, elaborate floats. This is really cool. This is not one that I saw this year, though. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it was. It was just a huge string of like the dancer lady, the school of people dancing, maybe another different one, different outfits, the float, and then the next one would come, and it was just like over and over and over throughout the night. Like I said, I do wish that we had been a little bit closer, because some of the costumes are really cool, especially seeing them like better later on through like the camera footage that was on the ground. But it was a good time. It was a really good time. Unfortunately, though, the first night we had perhaps one of the most bitter, rude, nasty people in front of us in the stands that we were sitting in. So basically, where we were, excuse me, are like concrete steps, like a bunch of concrete steps, like rafters, but with concrete. And you're supposed to, when you sit, you might take up like the first half of the concrete block, right? Because then behind you is supposed to be the feet of whoever is behind you on the upper one, right? That's how like a utopian society would work when you sit on these things. But this woman didn't seem to understand that. And so one of the girls in our group, like, she put her feet where they were supposed to go, and yet this woman's huge, monstrous butt needed to take up the entire concrete slab, and she was not going to accept anything but that, which is very mean and not very nice and inconsiderate of all the people around you, because like you're not doing what everyone else is doing. But she was like some bitter old hag, age like, I don't even know, maybe like 60 something or whatever. I felt for her, but I've also heard a statement once that I thought was kind of interesting, where it was like, once you turn like 50 or 60, you have the face that you deserve. So like all the people that look like actual demons, you're like, okay, well maybe that makes sense. Maybe they're actually terrible. I don't know. So in that case for her, maybe it made sense because she was just really mean. So then at one point she had her friend next to her actually was quite nice. And so that's kind of what helped de-escalate it. because she was just in a foul mood the whole time. So I ended up switching with one of the girls in our group to maybe hopefully alleviate the situation, or at least like if she's gonna yell at somebody or be upset at somebody, let it be me instead of one of the girls in the group. But it kind of worked out better because I was like man spreading behind her with my legs, like they were like out more, so she had like more space where the other girl's knees were like together originally. So that didn't seem to be a problem anymore, thankfully, I guess in that case. But then it also got weirder too, because it was like I think she realized someone different was behind her, and then she started leaning back further, and so now she's like touching up on me, and now she doesn't seem to care that she's touching up on me. When it was a girl behind her, that was a problem, maybe because it was like a prettier, younger woman. But now when it's me, she's a lot more comfortable and not really complaining when she's like leaning back and doing stuff and like hitting me and like, yeah. And then to make matters worse though, when her friend decided to leave to go to the bathroom, she took what I thought was at first a bag of garbage and she put it down in her friend's spot. I don't know if she's trying to hold the spot or what, but again, she didn't put it where you're supposed to sit. She put it further back on the step, which made the girl next to me unable to now dance or really do anything because it's like right where her feet are supposed to be, which is rude and it's not what you're supposed to be doing. And oh, she died, dang it. We give Bridget a chance. Let's give Bridget a chance. So that was bad. And then so thankfully the girl that was with us on the trip, she was brave enough to then kick the bag so that it kind of went down to where it was supposed to be anyway. At least by the friend's feet. I think that makes more sense, even though the friend was in the bathroom. Then the woman got mad because she noticed that happening. So she then decided to take the bag and put it back where she wanted it to go. And at this point, I was like, this garbage, I'm going to chuck this somewhere really far. So I grabbed it. And now this woman and I are having a tug of war. And it could have gotten worse, but I realized then that there was actual food in there. Like it was her food bag. It wasn't just trash. I thought it was trash in the beginning. At which point I would have had no problem chucking it to get it away from her so she can stop assailing us with her nonsense. But I realized it had her food in it, so I let go and I stopped. But then and again, she only speaks Portuguese, so we can't even communicate with this woman really. But I translated a message that was essentially, did we lose the stream? Hold on. No, it looks good. I don't know why I'm getting a weird notification then. Sorry, we'll catch up with chat in a second. Yeah, so I let the bag go, and I translated a message to her that was basically like, look, if you put the bag there, she can't dance. And the woman's reaction was basically like, I don't give an F about that. And it was like, come on. Come on. I guess she made it more entertaining in a sense, but she was just a foul, foul human being that night. Streamer picks fight with the elderly. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, we could have been meaner or whatnot, but thankfully the friend came back after a little while, and then the stuff didn't have to be there anymore, so then we had more space. And you know what's really funny too is I noticed the woman texting later on in the evening. I just had, because I was a higher step than her, I could like see from like my vantage point that she was typing, and she's typing in Portuguese, so I don't really know all the words that she's typing, but what I did see was that she wrote gringos on her thing. So I know for a fact she was spilling the tea, shit talking us behind her, even though we did nothing. We literally did nothing. We came to celebrate Carnival. We were trying to dance a little bit. We were standing where we were supposed to stand. We did nothing wrong. And yet it's foul gringos, whatever she was writing. Who knows? Who knows? But she was just an angry, sad human being. A feral animal in human clothes. Why are you missing 76s? Headline news. Thankfully, that woman was not there the second night because we went to Carnival 2 nights. It would have been funny if she was, but she wasn't, you know, in our same area that time, so that was good. But yeah, Carnival was fun. The first night that we went out as a group, we tried to go out to some clubs in Rio. Now, I'm not going to repeat the first Brazil stories
Attention,
in this stream
all
so much.
epic, lucky
What do you
critting
say?
gamers. I bring you an urgent announcement.
Moral of the story, live the way you hope to be remembered, or else your only significant legacy will be being the butt of a streamer's story. Perhaps, or you could be one of those terrible streamers in Japan making a mess and making us all look bad, basically. So yeah, I don't want to repeat like the original Brazil trip too much, but essentially what had happened on that trip was I kind of kept going off by myself to do my own adventures. So like for whatever reason, I was just offset to where most of the other people that were in my group on that trip, the nights that they would go out were like the nights that I was recovering from my night out the night before. So like they called it early one night, but I was like, heck no, I got energy, I'm going out. And so then like I had fun that night, they didn't. Then the next night, I need to sleep now, I'm tired. We've traveled, we've done X, Y, and Z, like I gotta go to bed. Then they're going out that night. So unfortunately, I missed out on some of the club stuff in Rio the first time. So I actually had not been to a Rio club at all until this trip. And we looked at a couple that were in the area, and I picked one that looked kind of interesting to go to. And so I lead everybody there in my little group this time. And we go in there, and first off, there's a line, like there's a front desk, and there's people standing there. And so I'm expecting to like walk into like a bar / club kind of vibe. And immediately it's like a front desk of like some kind of weird business or something. And I was like, whoa, what is going on? What's this? So the lady starts talking to us. And first off, in our group, we have 2 girls and 3 guys also with us. And the lady says, upstairs is the sauna. You go up there, you take off your clothes, you put on the towel, then yada, 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 basically. And we're like looking at each other like, huh? What? I thought this was a club. And then we realized, oh, this is probably like a sauna brothel. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like a bathhouse. It's like, so needless to say, we didn't go to that place. We walked out of there, but that was the first place we attempted to go to, which is pretty interesting as far as that goes. And then of course, everyone was joking, like, let's not, like, Stevie, you don't pick the next one, because that's not what we were going for. But I didn't mean to. I just looked at the pictures and I was like, that one looks kind of interesting. Maybe I should have known that some of the pictures that I was looking at had nobody in there. I thought they were just like staged, like, you know, when you set up your place nicely. That's a great level for her. You know, when you remodel your business or your club, you probably take a nice picture while nobody's there beforehand to like show off the environment, right? But in this case, I think the fact that they had pictures of nobody in there was literally because it's not a real club. Yeah. So that was that one. And then I think at some point later that evening, because we kind of just walked around a bit, we ate and did other things, then I still wanted to find like an actual real Rio club. So I kind of broke off from everybody else because they were interested in going to bed or doing this and that. So there were 2 clubs that were kind of closer to where my hotel was that I went to go check out. And at this point, I'm like, I don't want anything like that. So I walked to one of them, and they have people outside the clubs trying to promote, you know, them and get people in there. Basically, I think they get paid depending on how many people that they bring in. So this guy comes up to me on the street. First off, I'm already walking to this club that he's advertising anyway, so it's meaningless what he says to me anyway. But he walks up to me, tries to convince me to go in there, and the first thing I said to him was, "Are there naked women in there? Are there like anything like that? Like, I don't want that." And he says basically, no, not here. They're not in here. So I was like, perfect. This is what I'm looking for. Let's go. We go over to it, and I'm with him. He's like with me getting in line, I think, because he's got to get credit that he brought somebody, which is whatever. I guess just how they do things in that country, I guess. And no sooner do I get my little card, because I guess any drinks and stuff that you buy, it gets charged to this little card, like a credit card type deal. And then when you leave, you actually have to pay for the balance on that card, I guess, to keep track of everything that you do, just the way that it is there. And no sooner do I walk up the staircase to enter the club, there is a pretty attractive looking girl coming down the other way. And again, she's speaking Portuguese, so I don't know what she's saying to me or what's happening, but she's like catcalling me and like looking at me. And I'm like taken off guard by this, so I'm like looking at her like with like a kind of a stink eye, like, what the hell are you saying to me? Like, I'm just trying to walk in the club. Why are you already assailing me? Like, what's happening? So I just walk away. I'm like, I don't know what's going on there. I'm just getting in this club. Like, let's go get a drink. And so I go in there and I go up to the bar and I order a drink. And the environment around me looks pretty normal. This is actually way different than the other one that I just walked into. It's not a sauna. It's not anything weird. It looks like a normal club. There's normal people dancing and doing stuff around. And then another girl comes. She's like staring at me, really staring at me. Not like normal interactions at all. She's like really looking at me. I'm like trying to ignore her because she's not really my type and I'm not interested. And I don't know what she's going to say to me. But if when the shoe is on the other foot, you know that something's a little wrong, because obviously women do not behave like that, at least here in America, and I assume most other countries. So immediately I was like, I don't want to talk to this girl, but finally she like hands her phone to me with a translated message. And so we start like typing back and forth to each other. And she's like kind of hitting on me. And apparently she had also seen me give the stink eye to the other girl coming up the stairs. So I guess she liked that. But again, after just a couple message exchanges, it's very clear this is an escort and she's trying to get me to spend money on her and this and that. And I'm just not having any of it. I'm not interested in this. So you know, I'm like politely giving her messages back and forth. And then she sends a message that's basically, oh, you didn't know? Every single girl in this club is an escort. So here I am looking around at all these supposedly normal-ish people hanging out and whatever. So I guess the guys were just normal guys, but not the girls in there. I had no idea. In retrospect, it makes perfect sense because I didn't even get into the club before people are already catcalling me, which is not a normal thing for a guy, obviously. But in retrospect, I think I have more respect for what women have to go through because it's kind of not fun. Because it's usually not the like really hot one that's catcalling you. It's like the ones that you kind of are not interested in. And also it's like I couldn't even walk in the place without getting harassed basically. So yeah, so I like politely told her like, oh, I'm not interested in this. I didn't think that that's what this was. I'm leaving. And so I go pay for my drink and I try to check out and get out of there. And as I'm leaving the club at this point, the guy out front, I walk by him and I look at him and I'm like, you fucking lied to me. You lied to me. And he was like, half-heartedly, he was like, I'm sorry or something like that. And I was like, whatever, fuck off. So, so again, I'm like 0 for 1 and like 0 for 2 now and trying to find like just a normal club to like hang out at here in Rio. Now, like I said, there was one other option that I was going to check out on the way back. And there's going to be a moral to this that you'll see, but hold on. I think we're going to stop here with this because Bridget made it very far here, and let's not get her wounded. Anybody else that I want to have do this? Oh, does Jamkey need to class change? Is he 20? Double check. Oh yeah, perfect. Class change time it is. So I go to the next club, and this one was more strip club-y, which again wasn't exactly what I was originally looking for, but you know, when I Googled like stuff in the area, that was like the only other one. So I was like, maybe this will like at least not be full of escorts or something. Maybe there's just like normal people in here or something. Like I was at this point, I was willing to accept like just bare minimum, like some degree of like more normalcy of what I would be used to. So I go to this one and I walk in. No, again, this entire club is filled with escorts. I went to the bar. I bought a single drink. I was already being eyeballed and assailed by several people. I politely declined. I decided to sit down somewhere. A girl sat next to me and I, you know, translated. Again, this is in Portuguese and I don't speak very good Portuguese. So we're like passing the phone back and forth, translating messages and stuff. And to this one, I was like, bro, I'm not here for that. Like, leave me alone, basically, in a nice way. And she was like, oh, don't worry, I'm just resting or something. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. Whatever. And then I noticed something very interesting that I'm not fully certain how to interpret exactly. Across from me, in this little area, you know, it's like they got couches on the side in a little corner with like tables where you can put down your drink and stuff like that. There is what I presume to be some like mid-50s, mid-60s white couple, a woman and a man, and they're having their drinks and they're leaning back and they're having a good time. They were having more fun than me. But then I was like scratching my head sitting there like, wait a minute. I don't think that they know what this is. Because they're having a good time and they're not like, their reaction is not the same reaction that I'm having. And that's like a couple. And so I guess they're, and maybe that guy is not getting hit on because he's got the girl with them and they're older. So all these like young 20-something, 30-something guys walking around that are getting hit on, maybe they're just assuming that that's like normal or like that's just a club thing. And I really fully believe that they did not know what was happening in this club. Yeah, maybe they could have been swingers, maybe. But from their reactions and like the way that they were in there, I was like, I just felt that they didn't know what was happening. I really did. So yeah, the moral of the story is, I guess most of the clubs in Rio are filled with escorts, and that's just how it is there. And I didn't realize that the first time because I didn't go to clubs in Rio the first time. The club that our tour guide took everybody to, we ended up visiting on this trip as well later, and that one was not filled with escorts. So I guess like some of them are normal, but most of them are not, because pretty much all the ones that we tried to visit were not normal clubs at all. Which again also further adds context to and explains things that happened to me on my first trip, where I went to what I thought was a strip club and it was not a strip club. So I guess that's just how it is there in Brazil or something. So train talk to you. Sure. She needs it, but it's not going to be good. I think it's going to be risky to take her beyond like 3 if she can even make it there. Let's hit. But the might is so good. I think we risk it with the Thoron. So is this the norm in Brazil, or do you just have a freak dar? I think it's just normal in Brazil. I guess it's just, I think that sort of thing is legal there, or at least it's not as frowned upon as it is here, basically. But I didn't expect that. So I just wasn't, I guess I was just naive. The escort prey is single men willing to pay all their money for them. That's the thing, is like, first off, the thrill of the hunt, or like having to like try to like, I don't know, as a guy, I guess what this type of thing makes me realize is like, I want to have that like push and pull of like a natural interaction, first off. And second off, I want somebody that's into me and not just into me for my money. Like, that's not, I don't see the benefit there, really. I guess if you're lonely or whatever, but it's just not fun. It's like it completely switches the dynamic in a way that I don't like, I guess. It's like I'm the girl, which I'm not saying is like wrong, but it's wrong for me because I'm a guy. I didn't like it. Yeah, well, she isn't guaranteeing critting her way out of that one, my friends. Claude is promoted, isn't he? Yeah, he is. But he can't fight. Because he's lame. Lachesis? Do we do like one with her, maybe? Send her to fight again? She's got to get healed. Should do Earth Sword. She should repair the Earth Sword, though. Happy Women's Month, everyone. Yes.
It's your lucky day.
That's the takeaway from that story. Oh, I was only missing 2? Interesting. I paid a lot for those. Oh, I shouldn't be doing this then. I gotta switch. Those are costly uses there. Lucky wants the thrill of the hunt. I do. I guess I do. I really do. I think I asked out a personal record amount of women on this trip. At least 30. And I'm not even kidding with you, honestly. I asked out at least 30 women, or at least hit on them, went up and hit on them and tried to talk to them. Again, I don't speak Portuguese very well, so that has complications, but to finish my original thought, somewhere between 30 and 40, maybe 50 as the high-end cap. But I did hit on a lot of people on this trip, and record low success rate because I speak a childlike baby amount of Portuguese, to the point where, like, yeah, I might have like an opening line or like a couple phrases I understand, but then typically what the girl says back, I have no idea what she's saying. And I don't think I didn't luck out enough to where I found a lot of English speakers in return, I guess was really the problem. You know, I got a lot of girls' numbers and Instagrams and stuff like that. A few I tried to make dates with. I did end up going on one date on this trip with a Brazilian girl. But I think I should do that story later. It's kind of near the end. What I'm saying is Tail 2 doesn't need to be healed. That's true, Vopop, isn't it? But she's gonna be so frail. Oh, let's give her a chance, I guess. Is she gonna do it? She's gonna do it, I think. Or not. Do we keep trying? I feel like that Thoron's gonna be expensive to fix. But yeah, so as little of a success rate as Cold Approach has in general. Okay. Like that, basically. It definitely had a worse success rate in this foreign country, speaking to women that I could barely communicate with. But eventually, it worked to the degree of getting a single date, so there is that. And I went on a date with a Brazilian girl the first time I went there, too. But that girl actually spoke English, which was nice. Come on. I'm gonna give her, like, one more try. I don't want to sit here all night doing this. I'm gonna open this door as well. It's getting hot. What else happened on this trip? Let's see. The second night of Carnival, we did not go to a block party after. Wow. All right, I'm gonna give her one more chance for real this time. Second night of Carnival, afterwards, we must have left at like 2 or 3. It was a little annoying because there was one person in the group each night that got absolutely shwasted to the point where they were like kind of annoying, where you almost want to like drop them off at home, make sure that they get home safely and like they're fine, but you can't really like enjoy yourself and have a lot of fun because you got this like bum that like you're like taking care of basically. So those 2 nights, there was like somebody behaving like that, which kind of stunk, but we did end up staying out the second night, and we were gonna find a street party somewhere else, and we took a train, a subway to get there. We get off the train, and it's immediately like a sketchier area than what we're used to. I'm giving up on Tail 2. She's done. I guess we'll try with Medea really quick here. Get off the train, it's immediately a sketchier area than what we were used to. And so now the girls in the group are nervous, and they end up communicating with a bunch of gay guys that were outside of it, like talking to them, like what were their recommendations and whatnot about like where to go, like to find a party. And basically the gay guys said to them This is a bad area. You should leave right now. Like, very dangerous, yada, yada, yada. So we just decided essentially to go back to Rio and try to find a different club. So we went to that club that the tour guide had taken everyone to the first trip. And that was a pretty good time. I liked it in there. I was getting a little tired, so I decided to chill on a couch and kind of like hang back a bit for part of that. Oh, we have an ad break. I'll wait on that story. I'll continue the story after the ad. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remaster came out. Might you try that for Wednesday stream? I don't know if I want to spend the money on that right now, but that is something I legitimately do want to buy. I did hear that there's some concerns with it in terms of its frame rate locked to 30, and I think there's some weirdness with like blurring in some of the menus and stuff. So I don't think it's like a perfect port. I do wonder if maybe like playing the original version is still better, because it's not really like a remake or remaster, essentially. It's, I don't know. But I'm excited that that's out, and I've always heard great things about that series growing up. So I would like to check that out eventually. Pretty sure you can buy a silver bow for Midir in this chapter? Probably. Let's do rank 3. Good dodge. Can't tell if this is bad or good. Hit him. Dodge. I gotta say the opposite. Hit him. Dodge. Yes. Hit him. Dodge. Hit him. Dodge. Why is he doubling? Did we break the steel bow too? Damn it. I think we broke the steel bow. No. I don't know, that's weird. I don't know why he did that. Xenoblade Chronicles X comes out in 10 days, says Lunar Cryogen. I've never played any of the Xenoblade Chronicles games. Is that a good one? Is that just support? What is that? We gotta give Alec his chance. Alec is like my second place Cavalier in this run. He's getting better, but he's still not quite what I want. I know a website where you can save 25%, and I'm playing on Steam and I've not seen any issues, says Tristan. Is like one of those like code websites like GOG or something, or is it like actually a sketchy website? It plays like a sci-fi MMORPG. Really? Isn't Suikoden the one where you get like a crap ton of characters and you fight like big scale battles and stuff? Isn't that what Suikoden has part of it? Or am I thinking something else? I just know there's a lot of dudes. Have you bought everything from the chapter's armory? No, certainly not. All right, I think we're going to stop there with him. That was close enough. Midir did lose the big... He got the big suck. He has a B in bows. Can he use silver with that? He can't use it yet. Someone could buy the return band in there. Who wants that? Okay. 20k return band. Who wants it? And yes, someone's got to get it. Renewal. You have the original one. I suppose it would make sense on Sigurd, but it just doesn't seem like a super fun pick. Gotta fix her staff. Who does it make sense on? Dancer back to the castle? Peg Knight back to the castle?
Attention, all Epic QT 3.14 gamers. I bring you an urgent announcement.
Xenoblade is a great game when you go to 100%. When you go to 100% it.
Okay, $19 Fortnite card. Who wants
Who
it?
wants it?
And yes, I'm giving it away. Remember, share, share, share. And trolls, don't get blocked.
Xenoblade is a great game when you go to 100% it. Just give it 10 months on average to do everything the game has to offer. You're really not selling this to me at all right now, Mercenary PDU. If it weren't for the Nintendo rep telling it to me at GDC 2012 after getting verification on the status of Fire Emblem 13, I wouldn't have known about it, nor Shulk. I'm really feeling it. I can't tell if I'm detecting a boatload of sarcasm in that post or not. I legitimately can't tell. Because that doesn't sound like a good thing. You just give it 10 months on average to do everything? Come on. I'm not doing that. 10 months. Banticle, they get their keys directly from the distributor, so they get them cheaper. Yeah, so it's a website like that. Okay. They gave me refunds before. When games like Suicide Squad came out, I paid $100 for it. They gave a full refund. Holy crap. Yeah, that game was funny with the controversy with that one. Who needs to be able to tele back? Who makes sense? Kai, 17 months.
It's your lucky
Thank you so
day.
much,
Anime
Kai.
and drama.
Welcome back. Why isn't this working? There it is. There it is.
Okay, 19 Mike Oxford. Who takes? And yes, both remember, shield, and good. Don't get flocked.
You chose poorly.
Thank you, Kai. Our guy Azel needs some EXP. He does. He does. He does. All right, let's do that really quickly. There are a couple people, a couple stragglers I didn't bother doing at all. Let's repair the Thunder. I feel like that's kind of his best home, even though it doesn't match his color. Which triggers my potentially slight OCD. Maybe we let him nuke with the L-Fire, though? Let's see. Do not get hit by a 40. Okay. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's not right. That is not right. This is... If he dies, he deserves it. He's trying. Nope. Nope. Does just enough to get your hopes up, potentially. The second you think, huh, maybe he could come back from this. No. No. Oh, I can't even... Dang it. I can't fix her thing now. Although I could dance. Who else didn't try? You guys did. Oh, Lakesis has to continue trying. I pulled her out because of the Earth Sword thing. So I think let's have her do the Miracle Sword. Yeah. Give her a chance. All Azel did was gain experience, so he had less stats to gain later. Amazing. Wait, wouldn't it? Did he allow himself to gain more stats later? That was incredible. I'm like visibly grimacing when they're about to get hit. I think we're stopping there with you. Sylvia hasn't tried? Really? Sylvia has no weapon. Sylvia, yeah. Sylvia currently has no weapon, so that doesn't help. In terms of what's in the shop, we need to figure out that. Armory. She could buy a silver sword. I think we just got a silver one on Arden. Silver blade. That he can't use yet. Yes, you need A for silver. Cullen could use it. That's interesting. Does he have silver? No. Beowulf. Now that's interesting. Lachesis. Ira. Sigurd. I kind of feel like maybe Beowulf is the best investment there with that. Giving it to Ira would help her in terms of like her damage output, which is bad currently, but how is she going to get promoted at this point? I don't know. It's difficult to say. Cullen definitely will. He'd be a good investment, but he's a poor investment in the sense that he's a foot-locked unit in a Cavalier world. So I feel like Beowulf's a good prospect for that. And besides, Beowulf, he's gonna have a kid. He's gonna have a son. Presumably. I think I'm going with that. There's a recover staff for somebody. Could she use staves? No. He can. This guy needs a normal healing staff. He's only got Fortify and Valkyria. I think maybe he buys Recover. Oh, and Wind? Is that a good idea? Let's do Recover first. Oh, and he's broke! What's the guy to do? I guess we'll give gold to Claude. Is this smart? Oh well. Oh well. Azel wants the wind? Really? Let's make this guy less useless. That's my thought there. Claude can have the thunder. It's a little late on that, I think. Unless you're saying selling Taltius. Because Azel has the thunder. I gave a Dana fire. She's got to fix her stuff that she can't yet. Gotta fix his sword. Sorry, let's do a quick blacksmith sweep. A lot of people have broken stuff or damaged stuff. Azel's thunder. Azel can main the wind, says Vopop. He's not gonna have enough money to buy this though. From the pawnbroker. Wait, what does Lewin have? I guess he doesn't need wind if he has Elwind, and he's fast. Really fast. All right, sure. Who are we thinking for this return band? Also, wait, silver bow. Jamkey could certainly use it, but does he really need that? Probably not. She's got Ufel. Madeir Silverbow. Can't use it yet. Upon promotion. That's probably it for it. Yeah. All right. I mean, I guess I'm okay with giving it to Madeir. I don't know if Madeir is going to have any offspring, though. Well, let's do it. Huh? Well, you can't buy it if you can't use it? Is that how it works? Really? Okay, Silver Lance. We lost a lot of Lance people. In Quan, basically. I don't think we have a user. Oops. I'll hold off on Azel selling the Thunder, though. So this looks fine. We will have to remember to double check the shop later. Let's do a quick run through of the romance stuff too. So, Aaron likes Lewin to make what said even more magical. Seems appropriate. Is Madeir's inventory full? I thought about it, but no. Aaron currently fancies Lewin. How about Bridget? I think we looked at this last time. I don't remember. Who are you feeling? Madeir! Do I like that? She have a pursuit? She does. He does too. Huh. Sylvia. I kind of want to be with Alec, maybe, or just somebody else. But she also likes Lewin, so we got to keep her away from Lewin. Madeir gooned on Bridget, remember? She called him strange little man. Yeah, and I really liked Alex Riz with Sylvia, so that's why I'm kind of open to that. What's up, Zara Kane? Claude is chill, he barely fights. Yeah. Azel got a blank level, so now he has less levels left till he reaches his max while having gotten nothing out of it. That's what I meant, says Estes. Exactly. Exactly. So basically he sucks. Yeah. I'm with you. Ira, we already know the answer to this, but let's just double check it. It's currently feeling Arden. She's in love with Arden. That might be too far to take back. And I'm not sure I would either. Lachesis, I think, is Beowulf. Yeah. Which I think is fine. Jamkey's obsessed with a Dane. I can't check a Dane currently. Is that all the women? Who am I missing? I checked these. Can't check a Dane. I checked Lachesis. Tailtew. Currently. Loves Claude. Well, that's not happening. We got a cuck Claude. This is Operation Cuck Claude. Sorry, not sorry. Let's get Beowulf on the road. I don't know where I want you. I guess over here. Well, it's time to get this started. Only problem is we got a lot of 1 HP people that need some help.
Attention, all epic, lucky critting gamers. I bring you an urgent announcement.
Operation Cuck the Priest begins. Yeah, something tells me it won't be a very hard operation. But it is an important one. Oh, the return band. We got to buy the return band for sure. Who's getting it? He has one. Like Aaron? Does it make sense that Aaron could return to the base at any time and then fly somewhere else and be unhindered by any obstacles like mountains? Or would it make more sense for like Sigurd to just tele back to base? Or Beowulf, because he's actually strong. Or Lex, who's not here. Or an infantry, because they already suck at moving in the first place. It was talk 2, special event, which I think guarantees Lewin and Aaron. Sigurd can talk to Claude so far. And tail to you with Azel as well. Yeah, that should definitely happen. That's going to give him a lot of points, though, I think, right? Sorry, I'm feeling really stuffy. Really disgusting when you feel the boogers developing and going back down the back of your throat. I'm really sick of that. Horrible feeling. Why is that not stopping? It stops and then it starts up again. Talks usually give like 100 will help. 100 will help? I gotta make a decision on this. Return band. This would mean that it would go to her other kid, which I don't even remember who that would be. $100 Wilhelm, yeah. Ah. Jam key? No. I could see it being like Cullen.
Kill every last one of them!
Chuck graciously removing one of my eyeballs.
This is so bad. I hate everything about this.
We've barely begun. This is a hard decision for me. I don't know why. I feel like Beowulf deserves it the most, but like, I don't even know if Cullen's gonna have any offspring, which is a little sad, but currently he's maidenless. I could give it to Arden. He could be able to tele back and guard the castle. Would help with his movement. Maybe we give it to Arden. It's not particularly like amazing on him or anything, but does that make sense? He sucks at moving, so if he finally does get somewhere and then needs to go somewhere else, he just teles back instead, I guess.
In the name of the goddess, stand before her.
Arise? This is what happens. Somebody remembers they exist and then you punish me. Endlessly! Oh boy, thanks, Hugo. I'm going on vacation again. Up is down. Left is right. Down is up. Right is left. B is A is B. Lovely. I think he's doing it. Nope. I think he's doing it. Now. I need to send out people who are not hurt, like Alec. You were on vacation? I thought you passed away. Why would you assume that? Why is that the first place your mind goes to? I missed choking you. Return to Pulse Fire Emblem soon, please and thank you. Well, I guess when Echoes eventually comes back. Milla's Turnwheel will allow for that. All these 1 HP Gooners are gonna have to get healed. I guess we'll have Bridget set off. Okay, who's like important to get out there? Who wants to be healed? Sylvia's fine. Sigurd? I need a healer to come out and a dancer to come out and dance the healer. I guess they would be able to make it kind of up here. So I won't put Sigurd all the way. Let's go there. And then what? Claude? Oh, it's so annoying already. Playing backwards. Oh, but I could have had more of it in this dance. Oh well. Suppose that works. Heal up Sigurd. I say you, he dead, says Valens. Hello, Chip. That doesn't Sir crits a lot. I'm doing all right. I just have another cold that I thought would have been over at this point for my trip. The story that I actually didn't finish about my trip that I was starting till we had an ad break was the second night of Carnival. We decided to go to a club afterwards, and it was a fun club. At one point, I decided to take a chill, take a break. I sat on a couch in the back of the club. So like, there's a dance floor area, and then there's like the almost VIP with the couches. Except this one wasn't like, you know, sectioned off or anything. But I sit there on the couch. Within a couple minutes, a girl comes over and sits on the opposite side of the couch. So now it's me on the left, her on the right, like the awkward like space in the middle. The what do you call that? The chasm between the two cushions, basically, that nobody likes to sit at. And there was this girl at the club. God bless her. She was a little. She was a little big, and she wasn't really my type. But I could tell that she had looked at me quite a few times that evening, and I tried to ignore it. And now, me having sat down on this couch, and this other girl having sat down on the opposite side of the couch, I think presented this bigger girl with the opportunity to shoot her shot, basically. So she decided to come down and try to sit in between us on the couch. Which, mind you, this is not a huge couch. I'm sitting on the left, the other girl's sitting on the right. And now this woman comes to sit in the middle. More cushion for the pushin'. In this case, I wasn't thrilled. But she sits down, and now basically like she's touching me. There's not enough space, and she's touching me. And now my friends are looking over at me on this couch in this scenario. And I'm just like, I didn't ask for this. I just sought out a quiet back corner of the club area. I have my nice drink in my hand. I'm just chilling. I'm just having a good time. And yet I'm getting molested by foreign women. What is happening? How many hot women does it take to cure a cold? I would like to find out. I'd like to find out. What a terrible conversation this is turning into. I mean, yeah, I agree. Where else are we going with that? Let me think. Eventually I decide to gracefully exit the couch and walk away to my friend group. And then what happened next, a little while after that, was I noticed this girl on the other side of the club. How much do I want to say about this? Anyway, she had really nice thighs. But then I noticed, upon looking over there, she had something in her hand. And it wasn't anything normal that you'd see in someone's hand in the club, like, I don't know, a drink or a phone or whatever. In her hand was a gun. A black Glock-looking weapon in her hand. Now, the context clue that I initially missed out on was she also had a pair of handcuffs hanging from her. So it was clearly like some kind of Carnival-esque outfit.
Jerking people around, but I may have gone too far.
And obviously the gun was not real because they wouldn't have let her into the club with it. They had bouncers at this club, okay? But in the moment, I was like, is that a real... Does she have a real gun? Because at this point, she's holding the gun and she's like waving it around as she's like dancing like this, basically, and stuff like that. And I'm like... I really hope that that's not a real gun in this club. I don't know how wild these things get here in Rio, but maybe that's something that I should be concerned about. But again, I eventually realized that it was part of her costume. She was like a thick female police officer, I guess, was the outfit of the day, which is fine. But it's just not something I was expecting to see in a club. And maybe they don't have laws in Brazil where the fake guns have to have the orange caps. Maybe that was the real thing that kind of took me out of it. Because there was no orange cap on this gun. It was like straight up like, that looks like a pistol that she's waving around in this club. And I don't know if I should stay here right now. But yeah, that happened. What else happened while we were in the club? Anything else interesting? Not too much else happened at the club that night, I would say. But we did end up staying at the club until like 6 a.m. when it closed in the morning. And when we went outside, it was sunrise, basically. And we realized that we were just a couple blocks from the beach. So we decided before going to bed that we were going to go like head to the beach and take some pictures of the Rio sunrise on the beautiful Copacabana beach. So that was pretty fun. We went to go do that. And then one of the girls in our group was like, should I dive in? Should I jump in? And so like we have like club outfits on. Like we stayed up all night doing Carnival and like going to a club and stuff. Like we're not prepared to really jump in the water, but one of the girls in the group decides to like strip down to, I guess, what was her underwear, because it wasn't a bathing suit. And she runs and she jumps in the water. And like I was saying earlier on in this stream, it's frigid. It is not easy to deal with, that water, certainly, especially in the early hours of the morning and after having partied all night and not have the right attire either. Stevie, it's not a pistol, it's a pistola. Oh yeah, lo siento. Lo siento. I need to go to Brazil, holy shit, says Chuck. Booze gun. She was really ready to shoot her shot. It's not even the same girl. We're not talking about the same girl. But yeah. Sure. Unfortunately, that one with the pistol had a guy that she was making out with, because that was kind of upsetting. I would have probably hit on that girl. And you know what? If she spoke English, the cop puns or cop references we could have made would have been so funny, but alas, it was not in the cards there for that. Sorry, I should just dispatch everybody here now. I was trying to find smart ways to heal people, but I think it's beyond that point. So, one of the girls ends up jumping in the water, and then I'm like, the Thailand part of my brain kicks on, where it's like dancing in the rain in your underwear type stuff, and I'm like, all right. The best story, the best moment, the best memory that could come from this second right here and now is that I go in too. And when that crazy idea enters your mind, it's difficult to move past it and still think that you're living your best life without doing so. So, naturally, took off my clothes down to my underwear, and I jumped in that frigid ice bath water as well. That was fun, though. I enjoyed that. But that was probably the most wild part of the trip, I would say. It wasn't like super crazy. It was very tame. I chose for it to be tame in that sense, but it was tame. Where's your new boyfriend? He's right there. How do you even know each other yet? You've never even met. We've been friends for years. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. He was ghosting her. He's ignoring her. I'm not reading that heinous Tristan comment. What else we got here? Chip is on a 5-stream streak. I missed that.
It's your
Sorry.
lucky day.
How many Reneas does it take to cure Berkut's cold? Oh god. 1? RNG someone, what's up? Remember to grab the shield sword by having Sylvia visit a specific village? Well, I don't know what that is, and I don't know if I want to spoil that, but yeah, okay, we'll make sure to visit villages. Can't wait to get my eye back. How much longer? I think it's 4 minutes. I can't even tell. Yeah, 5 minutes. How old is she supposed to be canonically in this moment? I assume of age, but I don't know. This was not a fun discussion. They're like trauma dumping. Okay, well, that looks like my first turn, I would say. Let's see what kind of craziness is happening in this world. Stove phase. Bunch of wind mages. I think Tall to You is 16 in chapter 3, 17 in chapter 4. That's interesting to think about. You're right, because the way that time moves in this game is very, I guess, almost more realistic like that, where it's like months are going by and stuff. I wasn't thinking about that. This whole, like, Forcing you to race across the map to stop a bandit from destroying a village thing is really getting old, though. I kind of wish they had other incentives. What's happening here? In Zaxxon. Oh, is that D. Thorba? Is that who that is? Or not? Oh, it's Pamela. Oh yeah, D. Thorba is up north, duh. Uh-oh. Does that imply that I should go there first? I'm not really sure about that one. I'm going to save the game in a different spot. Remember that Sigurd and his army hides out in Celeste for an entire year. Kaga wanted to remind the player that there is no point getting a perfect run at all. What was that a reference to? Oh, with the bandits? I just think, like, it's getting old. The same reason why we need to race across every single map. That mechanic in general is getting old for me. But I suppose a properly timed dance here would go a long way. I can play well enough backwards to get there. Lewin needs health. We sent Sigurd up. Or to the right. That's like really far. I feel like we go up first. Why start shit? It's not even there yet. Oh, at long last. Whew. Lewin uncles that's Lewin's uncle that wants the throne here. Oh. Let's move you along. Some of the healers should really get danced, so let's put somebody next to him there. I gotta turn off his animations too. Two-eyed Stevie's no bueno? Come on.
Sit
Come
upon
on.
the throne. I have no doubt you will be gifted a revelation from the goddess.
Claude's strength? Why do they do that in this game? The people getting strength are magic based, and the people getting magic are strength based. Getting debated constantly. Okay, inverted's gone. It's gonna be a very confusing adjustment, but let's fix this. Up is down, left is left. Down is down. Okay. All right. Ira? Who else is moving? Tail 2 needs to be in the action. Needs to stand next to her potential man. Let's do that, I guess. What if Dimitri mode stacked by putting additional eye patches on the same eye instead of extending time? Oh, what just happened? Did I just click a talk command? Should I have done this? Is this bad? These are the two people that are obsessed with Lewin, and one of them cannot be obsessed with Lewin anymore. Time for me to go work my magic on Lewin. Uh-oh. Sylvia just made it a competition. All right, we get to save this village. Let's Shrek him with the new silver sword. Beowulf.
Attention, all epic
is a thing
lucky
of beauty.
Gamers. I bring you an urgent announcement.
They don't notice Lewin looking at Cullen this entire time. Yes. Yes. You're absolutely right. The love triangle's begun, but Lewin has his eyes on a man. Little do they know. All right, jam key up and at him. We have an extremely wounded cavaliers, extremely wounded flyer, only one healer left to act. I guess we'll heal the flyer. Hey, Steve, if it would make it easier, I could donate a code for Sweet Code and Remastered for Wednesday. Tristan, you don't have to do that. Don't worry about that. I think this week, because we're getting back to normal, I'd like to do Path of Radiance on Wednesday, because we haven't done that in a while. We'll see about maybe next Wednesday for something different, but you don't need to buy it. My thing is just that I wouldn't mind buying it, because I do want to own it. But I buy a lot of games that we play like once, and it's just not... I don't know that I should be doing that all the time. And there's other games people are waiting for me to get back to as well, so I don't know, we'll see. But that should be, I would be interested in checking that out eventually. It's on my mental list. We get a lot of people that really need to be healed before things could go bad here. Oh, this doesn't help. Forgetting about certain ones. You need to visit town and fix some things. You do not have much money. Oh, you can't fix that one. Interesting. Let's fix the staves. Do we try arena with her? Is this stupid? Yeah, let's try arena with her. She needs money. And she's strong. She can dodge. Tristan says, I didn't think I'd love it, but I'm already 20 hours in and I'm invested. Interesting. I mean, I grew up hearing a lot of great things about those games. I think specifically Suikoden 2, people say, is like an absolute masterpiece, a classic. I've seen a lot about it in terms of like the graphics and stuff, because a lot of people used to rip off those graphics and use them in their RPG Maker games and stuff. And I was really in that community growing up. throughout like middle school and high school. So I was already always surrounded by it, and games that were inspired by that, by Suikoden as well. But I never played it. I like the dodging. I like the hitting. I'm not going to say anything anymore. There we go. Oh boy. Well, this might be enough money now to fix it. Drained tome. Interesting. Does she keep going? I think she does one more at least, right? Rank 4, Pegasus Knight, Brave Lance. Uh-oh. Let's see. 20% hit rate. 39. Dodge. Hit him. Oh, hit it, hit it, hit it. Yeah.
It's your lucky day.
Skill. Okay. She's level 30. She's level 30. Well, oh, I thought she could at least heal Do. I guess not. I don't think we waste physic yet, right? Or do we? I think we do. Physic Lewin. It's important that we get set up here. We kind of like set ourselves back a bit by goofing off at the arena. What's up, Wildcat? How are you? I did have a nice break. It was more stressful and irritating than you would hope for a vacation, I guess. But not like all in a bad way. It was a fun time. It had its moments. If I recall correctly, isn't Adane in love with Do? You might be right, Nop. I forgot to just check her right now. Dang. I forgot that was the other thing that we need to do with her. Also, I should probably send Aaron to the right. Save that village. These Pegasus Knights are intimidating me, but I know that the standard enemies are not that powerful. There's just a lot of them. Adane might be in love with Do, which... Was I gonna let that happen? Is that what we were... I looked it up after the stream to see like how bad of an idea that was, I think. I think you're right. Genealogy. Let me just look at that really quickly. I'm not completely gonna use this as the metric for what happens. But I would be interesting to like think for a second here about what that might look like. Was it on this page? I don't usually like this wiki, but there was one of these pages that had a nice little breakout here. Yeah, so Adane gets Lester and Lana. And I feel like Do doesn't have good stuff to pass down is the problem. And Lester looks exactly like Lex. So to cuck Lex out of that child doesn't seem right to me. That's like Lex Jr. Like if Do got with Adane and had Lester, Adane lied about who the father is. That's not Do's kid. So either Do gets cucked but is with Adane, or he gets cucked and I just put Lex with Adane and have it make sense. But also, I'm not sure that like Lester might appreciate like Pursuit. I don't know if he comes with it or not in terms of like planning, but whatever. Yeah. Some of the replacement kids are really interesting. But we don't need to look into that right now. So let's keep these two away from each other, I'm thinking. can heal Arden. Dude, cucking Lester sounds hilarious. I mean, it does, but then or you mean Lex? Yeah, but it does, but then the fact that Lester comes out looking like Lex sucks for Dew. Doesn't make sense unless there's shenanigans afoot, you know? Okay, we're good to that tree line over there, so I think bring up Alec there. I want to have Claude come up here and do a little healing, I think. I could go further, actually. Oh, but the dancer. Right. Okay, so Sigurd's good. Let's bring Sigurd up. You go here. Oh. I did not mean to do that. I guess that's going to be helpful. But whoops. Gabe said, I thought you were just happy whoever ends up together. I know, but the problem is that some of you guys told me ones that I didn't know. Like, I know that, like, Ced is the result of... He's Aaron's child, I guess you could say. And obviously, like, Ced and Lewin seem to be the strongest implied genealogy, if you would. But when I saw Lester, I shouldn't have seen Lester. I saw Lester and that changed things in my heart. The reality is I'm still not really doing a lot to force certain pairings, right? Like what's happened has been mostly natural. So probably not the end of the world, but I'm just wondering about Lester specifically now. She can go to there, which means I need people to the left of that spot. HP luck. Interesting. Wildcat says, I'm good. My little tyke turned 6 months old already. Time flies by. Yeah, it's actually blowing my mind. That makes sense logically when you say that, but I kind of don't believe you. That's so weird. Like, time has become simultaneously too fast and also too slow. It's very strange. Okay, he's going there. What are we doing? I think we want to go save this village with Aaron. That one over there. I think she should go, like, as far as she can. That way. I need to set up this dance. So I need another person at the top. Yes, jam key. Deer's got to move. Who's getting this village? Who needs money? Claude? Claude's up here. Beowulf does not need money, so... You know what? Let's get Beowulf there. That way he's up in the action. Dew passes on bargain. Everything is cheaper. I know, but... I know, but I'm pretty sure Lester is probably not coming with Pursuit right out of the gate. And I think having somebody... And I guess by extension, Lex wouldn't pass. I don't think we can cuck Lex. I think Lex deserves to have a kid. He's one of the best units we've got. Advantage on some of them might be good, but he doesn't pass Pursuit is the thing. Maybe Lester comes with it, I don't know, but my assumption is off the top of my head here that he probably doesn't come with it. You know what? We're gonna do this. I think one of those mages has sleep. You're right. I think we did look at that last time, but I did forget. This ship crafting is giving me Fates flashbacks, says Yugo Kenji. Fates in general or Fates on this stream? Because we had some very interesting crafting going on there. Like the beautiful crimson-haired Ophelia. Man, on the list of things that I will never regret, that is like right at the top. That was amazing. All right, so this is in place over here for them to do that. We got jam key coming up too. That's working. Any hidden area I should know about? Doesn't seem like it. I don't know if there's any more hidden spots throughout the game or if we're done with that at this point. There doesn't seem to be like a super obvious one when I first looked and combed through this map. But who knows? Unless it's like this tree. At least it won't matter after 50 turns in this map. Good point. We are early though, so there's still time for shenanigans. Who needs healing? Good dear. Gabe's mentioning the sword. Yeah, RNG someone said that, Gabe, but I don't know which one, and I don't think you should spoil it for me. But I also don't think Sylvia should be running into every one of these by herself. Although she's kind of low on funds, because she had to buy that night ring. She has no sword. I hope it's not that one. My initial intention was to have Claude go on that one, so I think we should do that, because that's what I was going to do. I hope it's not that one, though. Now that you say that. Only one of them will be able to attack, so let's go there. Poor dude, no legacy for him.
Kill every last
already?
one of them.
No! That was the fastest, like, 20-minute cooldown of my life. Come on. You were just waiting for that to get highlighted again. Good to have you back, Stevie. Thanks, Kai. As you torture me. Yep. There it is. Surely she'll dodge. Dodge it! She's not moving. Well. Ah, yes, the 17 villages getting burnt down. Great. Just another normal day here in Yggdrasil. It is glitched though. It can crash a game to so save before entering a village. Really? What? Like the sword itself is? Magic weapon triangle. Love to see it. Sad that we've kind of gone away from that in modern Fire Emblem.
I've oftentimes coped.
Okay, I'm grateful that was just gold. Cool. Now, Ira. There's a lot of people that need to be promoted on this map. You are one of them. True. Oh, there's a lot of the mages. Yeah, but we have like Lex. Let's have you do this. Let's get started here. Let's go. Let's plow through them. Wow. Noob. Noob. One-shotted. Kind of feeling like Lex probably has to save this village. Maybe it's for the best. The WTF triangle. Oh, 1 HP? Come on. Who could have seen that coming? Not me with my one eye. She can get to there. Which probably means backup people getting danced. Sigurd. Maybe he kills that one. Stay out of range of the back ones, but we'll clean up the front. That yielded a goddess icon, really? Huh. Doesn't make no sense to me. Where's Beowulf? Yeah, he should be able to canto away from that spot, right? Let's have him do this. And this one. And back up. Perfect. Ira's hurting for EXP. I think we give her a chance to do something about that. Got the Astro, love to see it. Didn't need it. Finally finished workout, so stretching now. I thought you saying stretching now. I thought you wrote scratching now. Nothing quite like that post-workout scratch. Who's hotter, Renea or those villages? Oh, very funny. Very funny. That one took me a second. Why did I get bonked? Post-workout scratch? That's kind of good to me. Not nearly bonk worthy enough. Fire Emblem Pokemon would be insane with a weapon triangle of all the 18 types. Fire Emblem Pokemon. Get Nosh there. Where is somebody that needs healing? I guess Cullen. She can't make it, of course. So that would imply that she's useful. Maybe we'll just dance here. Bonked because of the dad joke. Yeah, that's the ticket. Also, wait, who else needs to talk? Sigurd, Claude? That's it right now. Arden is getting danced. Those mages bad for Lex. That's true. But I didn't quite put him in range of all of them, right? He's fine. That's why I decided against charging in head first. I wanted to do more with this turn, but I think this is probably sufficient enough. So like even beneath Sigurd here is not a bad spot for Alec. Tail 2 really needs the XP, but it's not in an optimal position right now. 4 turns of sleep on Aaron means that that village is not going to be very happy. But she's kind of a big dummy for getting hit with that in the first place. What's the next Brazil story? Let me think. What happened next? Kind of just saw the sights. Had a good time with everyone. Yeah, I guess the next story is getting near the end. So I eventually reached the point on the trip where after hitting on like 30 different women at least, probably like 40 all in all. I can't tell if it's a good thing or a bad thing in terms of that place, because what's the word? Like back home here is not like that. There's too much stimuli happening in that place. There's too many beautiful people walking around. Like every minute or two, another really attractive girl will walk by. It's like torture in a way. I mean, it's good because it's like there's so much possibility there. There's a lot happening that feels good in that way, but it's difficult to relax because you're like, man, I don't know. At least for me, I feel restless. Like I see too many hot people walking around. It's like I want to talk to them or do something. I want to make something happen. So I did, but with the rather low success rate of the ones that I did hit on, I finally reached a point where I was like, all right, like we're probably not gonna have a date on this trip. It's not really working out. Like I got a couple girls that, you know, we messaged back and forth and we were talking and we were trying to set up like plans, but some of them started getting flaky or whatnot. So it just wasn't really working out. And then finally on the last day that I'm supposed to be there, I get a match with somebody on Tinder and we're talking. And the conversation actually goes very well and progresses really fast to where we were both free that evening. And so I asked her to dinner. We set a time. You know, I get her WhatsApp information and whatnot, and it's on. I have to be at the airport at, let's see, the plane takes off at 9:30, which means I should be there sooner than that. And I planned the date, I think it was for like 6 o'clock. If I'm not mistaken. That's not a lot of time. And that's a pretty stupid thing for me to have done. But I was like, part of the adventure. It's kind of what happens on these trips is last minute crazy things happen. I've just accepted it at this point. So set up the date. It's not a good idea, but I do prepare like my room and everything. Like my bags will be all completely packed and whatnot. So really it's just whenever I run back from the date, I run up to the room, grab my bags, check out of the hotel, catch an Uber, head to the airport, you know, catch my flight. And go to meet the girl at the date location that I had picked. And she messaged me on WhatsApp and says like, can you send me your location? Which I had to look up because I've never actually done that before myself. But we do that, and now we have this live thing on WhatsApp of like where she is and where I am, and she's like a couple blocks that way. Excuse me. And I'm here. And she was like talking about like where I was, like she wasn't like quite sure where the restaurant was or whatnot. So I decided that I'm gonna go meet her. And so I go like a couple blocks this way and I wait here because like her dot is supposedly on this street, or you know, I presumed on this side of the road. And I get to the point where like our dots are overlapping and this girl is nowhere to be seen. And I'm like, wait a minute. What's going on here? Eventually, it was not a dude, thankfully. Eventually, I realized she was across the street and she was already like walking by that way. She didn't see me like at all. She's like oblivious or something. I mean, there's other people walking on the streets. Like there's things happening. So it's not that far-fetched to think that that was what happened. But so now I have to like get this girl's attention from across the road because like she's still walking that way. So now I'm like trying to find a crosswalk to get across. She actually stopped to ask somebody for directions because she wasn't sure where she was going. And again, this is all in Portuguese and I can't really speak that. So finally I'm like, hey, you know, so I then take her to the place. She was already like complaining about the heat. I mean, she lives there, so I'm sure she's used to it, but she was like wafting herself. So like clearly she was like hot. And the restaurant was outdoors, so that didn't really help, but that's just kind of how a lot of them are. So that's, you know, that sucks, but it is what it is, I guess. A little nervous about Ira here. I'm gonna do this. She needs the XP. Double 24s. So we sit down, and now we're looking at menus.
Attention, no cap on God, for real, for real.
Who needs those girls when you got a sword? Girls are high upkeep anyways. A sword never betrays its wielder. A sword is high maintenance too, my friend. It needs to be sharpened, practiced, wielded, kissed. Let's wait, where's Tail 2? There she is. Tail 2's here. Let's heal her. Stevie working extra hard to get some attention. I guess. I don't know. I just always think it'd be fun, like if I'm in another country, to have a date while I'm there, which I've done every time so far. Actually, surprisingly, I've kept the record. I thought I wasn't going to on this trip, but it did happen on the last day. So yeah, we sit down for dinner and we strapped in for a dinner date of passing the phone back and forth to each other the entire time. And very early on, there was a moment where she was like getting a little flustered, I could see. And I was like, oh man, this girl, like she's already like regretting this so hard. She does not like the whole typing back and forth thing. Like, I know it does suck. I know it sucks, but like I've accepted it. Like this is how it's gonna be. Cause like she also spoke a little bit of Spanish too, which I am more fluent in, but I still don't know how to say everything I want to say. And then when she speaks it back, I'm not super competent on like fully dissecting everything she says. Like with Spanish, you can pick out certain words for sure. And even with Portuguese too, but it wasn't great. So we were translating back and forth. And when she was flustered, I was like, oh God, oh no, oh no. Like she's already like over this whole translating thing. But then like we handed the phone back and forth and I'm figuring out what she's upset about. And instead it was something about the waiter where like she wanted to get their attention or something, but it wasn't really working. So it wasn't about the translating back and forth. So I was like, okay, good. Because I asked her like, are you annoyed at this? But with the translation and everything, she didn't understand that I meant like, are you annoyed at the phone back and forth thing? She thought like the situation we were in, like waiting for the waiter. So she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh no, but that's not what you meant. So thankfully it was fine. And despite not being able to communicate with the girl across the table from me, I was making her laugh because it's pretty easy to like send, witty messages or like bring up things. So I was asking her questions about herself and her life and everything, like a normal date. It's just that it was through a phone screen that she then had to read. But overall, I would say it was a pretty fun and unique kind of a date. And I think legitimately, I do think that that was also her takeaway from it, because she seemed to have had a good time. And we kept in touch a little bit since then. Obviously, there's not much you can do because she lives in a different country. But yeah, so it was a pretty good time. And she was also, what I liked about it too, is she was also very mindful of the fact that I had to go. So I did tell her at some point, like, hey, I do have a flight that I gotta catch, you know, so as much as I'd like to like have this date go longer, at some point I gotta go, you know. And she was very mindful of that, and I really appreciated that, because she was even like, okay, like let's get one more drink and then you'll leave at like 7:40 or something, which worked, you know. And so I said goodbye to her, and that was nice, and ran back to the hotel, checked out, caught my Uber, got to the airport, and there was still plenty of time. I think I got to the airport at 8:30. The flight leaves at 9:30, which means that obviously boarding, I think boarding must have started at like 8:30 or 8:40 or something, which it's really cutting it close. It's not what you should do. I don't recommend it. It was boneheaded, but I had been through that airport before, so I wasn't really worried about going through security and all that, which is what people allot all that extra time for usually. So I get to the airport and I find the right kiosk in line to go to, and I'm talking to the people there, and they're like, oh no, what's the word they used? Check-in ended just a couple minutes ago, I'm sorry. And I'm like, oh well, I already checked in online, like I'm good then, right? And they were like, yeah. So then, you know, I go to the correct place, and I need to now scan my ticket to get past to get into the security part of it. And I had checked in the night before. Like I got the notification on my phone, hey, it's 24 hours ahead of time, you need to check in for your flight. So I said, all right, let's do that. And I went through there, and I thought that I did it, and I thought that it went through. However, now I'm looking at this online thing, and it's still saying check in on it. And I'm like, I absolutely checked in for this flight. Like, this should be good. I should have my tickets on here somewhere. There's no ticket on there because I guess somehow the check-in did not complete. It didn't go through. I don't know what happened, but I remembered typing in all my information, going through the motions of doing it, and she wasn't there. And so I asked them if there was anything that they could do, and the resulting answer was, nope, nothing we could do. So you're going to miss your flight. And I was like, ugh. Damn it. So it is my fault, but also was a normal accident, I guess. But also was stupid. But the silver lining to all this was, with my original flight, the way that it was set up, I think I had a layover in Atlanta, Georgia, and I would have gotten there at like 6 in the morning, and then I would have had to sit there all day in that airport until like 7 at night to go home, which was like a 2 or 3 hour flight to go home from that point. So I literally like basically lost an entire day. With the original ticket, I was losing an entire day due to waiting in an airport. Like, it's not enough time to even leave the airport and go do anything else. Like, it's just not enough. So that sucked. So then immediately now I'm like, oh man, this is bad. This is bad. Like, I gotta get home. So I'm looking at my ticket online, and I guess because the plane hasn't left yet, I can still change and alter the ticket. So I changed the ticket to be...
Wow, this is really terrible.
It gets better though, it gets better. I changed the ticket to be the same flight the next night at the same time. And it lets me do it at no additional cost, even though it's literally like that plane is gonna take off in like 40 minutes or whatever it was at this point. Maybe 30, now that all this shenanigans happened. So it lets me do it. So I'm like, oh, well. And the new flight did not have an all-day layover at that airport. It was like, oh, we leave tomorrow night, You have an early morning arrival at the Atlanta airport, but then you get home basically by like 11 on Friday instead is what it was. So I got home a little later. Instead of Thursday evening, I got home Friday morning. But instead of having an entire day trapped in an airport, I then booked a kind of a cheap hotel that wasn't too far from the airport that I was at, and got to like walk around a mall that was right next to it the next day, and like got good sleep at that hotel. And of course, everything is cheaper in Rio too, mind you. So even though I'm buying like another Uber ride and another hotel for the night, the hotel must have been $60 maybe USD for that evening. You know, it's like, because Brazilian reals or reales, they are like 4.8, I think is the conversion rate to $1. So that was like $60. And the Uber rides themselves are like, it's really funny in Brazil. Like an Uber ride that's like a 20 or 30 minute ride is like $10 in Brazil. So I must have spent like $70. So it was boneheaded and stupid, but it really kind of worked out because I got to have an actual real day out of it instead of just a bad travel day where you're stuck in an airport. And all for the low cost of $70. Oh, and the eye patch is gone. Yes, thank you. Ooh. That sounded so cringe. I don't know what you're referring to, Valen. Something I said, I guess. Nintendo's ending its gold points program for digital purchases. What are your thoughts on it, S Mercenary? I didn't see if they talked about what it's getting replaced with. I don't think they said anything, right? If they did, I didn't see that part of it. But yeah, them canceling that, I do think kind of stinks. I kind of like that system. I don't know what it is with Nintendo and stuff like that. They retire those websites and those systems constantly. It's just really annoying, honestly. Like, why don't you just keep it running for long enough? Maybe it's not like earning them or doing what they thought it was gonna do or was meant to do, and so they're canceling it. But it just reminds me of Google with all Google's little side projects and things that they do that people get excited about and then invested in, and then they just cancel it and it's just dead in the water. I don't really understand. I thought that website was cool. I didn't like the fact that your points could expire and stuff, but I guess the gold points didn't, but the platinum ones did, the more freebie ones. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have too much of a thought on that. I just kind of wish they would stick to a system and stop changing things constantly. The gold points were how you managed to purchase real things, right? Like games and stuff. You get excess gold points. I could be wrong. Remind me. Wildcat had said, hey, if I were you, I would gladly get some foreign attention. I don't know. They're very beautiful down there. Nice tan skin. Redonkulous curves. All right, we gotta save this village. There's people that I would like to have saved it. I had her attack and she did poorly. Is that what happened? Crazy. Not really surprising, but crazy all the same. Is that his full movement? Let's see. Movement 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Nice.
6, 7, 8.
Yes, incredible stuff. And practically a Fiornese national treasure. I can't
Do
help
this.
but wonder what the secret is to getting beauties like these. There must be some trick to it. Unless you're telling me they're all
50% hit rate.
natural.
Ooh, whoops.
How is that possible? Mind if I feel them?
Anything you want, Prince Alfred. Are you
What?
finished now?
Oh, guess I got
I
carried
didn't
away
realize you
there.
didn't double. Cullen with the cleanup? This is gonna get tricky because I'm not sure how many of them we could even hit. The hit rates are pretty bad on them. We gotta clear them out, but I'm gonna try. Sigurd can probably do a lot. Beowulf. Let Beowulf do something. That's pretty good. They expired after 1 year. you didn't redeem them off your physical cart upon the game's launch, you couldn't claim those gold points for use for digital purchases. Did each game come with gold points? Is that... Oh, I bet you're... Yeah, I think you're right. I didn't do a lot of that. I should have. Maybe that's why nobody took advantage of it. But again, I still think a lot of that should have remained. CV gooning over BBLs. I don't like fakeness. I don't like surgery. I don't like plastic. I don't like any of that. I'm talking real, natural, normal stuff. Although, to be fair, a lot of it, like, there's a lot of face stuff, like filler and stuff, that you can't always really tell unless they take it to the extreme. Or like, what's that dimple one? Like, there's face ones where they take fat and stuff out, and I guess you wouldn't really know unless you saw somebody beforehand. The buccal fat removal, like that kind of stuff. But I guess what I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure they were real. Ooh, look at that speed.
It's your lucky day.
Arden. He's feeling much happier now. I think... Can we move Bridget up one and dance her, or is that stupid? Who's killing the village guy? If I have Lex kill the village guy, he could potentially get danced. Maybe we do that. Double 27s. Works for me. I've returned. Are we alive? We are, yes. Trying to think if there's any other stories from the trip I want to mention. Speed? Defense? Okay. That is hot.
That's hot.
That's definitely hot. I guess we shouldn't have Bridget visit that one. Alec kill sleep staff man? Maybe? Oh no, did I miss a BBL story? This is devastating. You missed an offhanded mention of chat, okay? Chat did it. I didn't do it. I did see... I guess this adds back onto that club story from before. The girl who was waving around the gun, I didn't know how graphic I wanted to make this, but you know what? It's 12:30 at night and nobody's here. Anybody who's not supposed to be here is not here, right? Family and embarrassing people, they're not here right now, right? I hope not. The girl waving around the gun in the club had the most ridiculous thighs I've either ever seen or seen in a long time. I'm talking like... And I'm pretty sure it was natural. I'm really pretty sure it was natural. The extra butt cheek thickness, like from the butt area, carried around the side like a handlebar on either side of her thighs. And again, that sounds fake. I know that sounds fake, but it was natural looking. But legitimately, it like... This shape was just ridiculous. I don't know. It was just crazy. Okay. But again, that was the one making out with a guy that I assume was her boyfriend, which is unfortunate. She was hot though. She was... I would let her arrest me with her police officer outfit. Dude, I taught computer science to elementary school kids a few years ago, and my mentor had the most enormous, voluptuous ass I had seen in my life. Good for them, I guess. I guess you're gonna go here. I don't know what to do with some of these guys right now. But I want to dance. So we're getting the dance. I would not mess with a gal with a gun on foreign soil. Just saying. It was a fake gun. It was a fake gun. I wondered at first if it was real or not, but it was a fake gun. Thankfully. Lex to the Rex Q? Maybe? 48. Do I like those odds? I like those odds. Lex is the best. Except, unfortunately, I think nobody else can reach now. That's kind of bad. It's not bad, but it's. I was really hoping to kill that guy. It's 12:27. I thought it just turned 11. Well, technically, yeah, it's 12:28 right now for me, but technically it's actually 11:28, considering daylight savings time is a crazy invention. I have to say, I do kind of like it right now because having more daylight before it gets dark is definitely appreciated, but it is annoying. It's an annoying prospect. Really. Ugh. I want Tail 2 near Azel, but I don't want to move her backwards. Probably stuck out like 1.5 feet from her spine. 2 feet. Really? Interesting. I would go clubbing if I didn't think the music was always so loud. Also, it's always awkward and sweaty. That happens, yeah. And you should probably get earplugs. I should probably get earplugs. I really should. I keep getting advertised them on like Instagram, and I don't know if they're like real. I don't trust like any of the ads on Instagram anymore. I just don't. I don't believe them. But they make it look so good. They should take up 2 seats. It sounds like it, Lunar. I prefer the darkness. I do not this time of year. I was legitimately, a couple weeks ago before this trip, I was legitimately feeling depressed. I had like that winter seasonal depression. But heading down there and then coming back, right now it's also like, nobody died, right? Did we just kill that mage? Not even trusting things I see with my own eyes. Bridget got put to sleep. Bridget got put down. What was I saying? Yeah, thankfully it kind of cured my seasonal depression because it was basically like going to a summer location, and now I'm coming back here, and thankfully it's a bit warmer than it was when I left up here, which is nice. Like, it actually feels kind of spring-like outside, which seems a little early, but I'm not going to complain about it because I hate the winter after Christmas. I really do. Wildcat says, clubbing is okay, but I got bored of it pretty quickly in my late teens. But I love going to a nice/tasty restaurant. That's fair. I can see clubbing getting old quickly. It just, there's a FOMO element to it where I'm like, I want to be out and about where other people are doing things, and that's usually what they're doing, I guess. This man needs a heal. Where is Dithorba? Interesting. And my dancer is supposed to be visiting villages. She's kind of broke, so it's not too bad that she's going to visit a couple, but you guys warned me, I guess, so I'll be smart about it.
Attention, all epic, lucky critting gamers. I bring you an urgent announcement.
Here's a history lesson. Daylight savings time was created by Ben Franklin in the 18th century, all as a means to save lamp oil that governments in the West adapted in the 19th century. It made sense for its time, but not so much now. I thought it was also for like a farmer thing, so that the sun would be up early. Anyway, to which I now see is one of the worst ideas Ben Franklin came up with, or as to what one of those native tribes said about it. It was cutting the top segment of your blanket, then lace it to the bottom while claiming the blanket was longer when it ain't. I have to admit, as annoying as it is, updating all your clocks and resetting your body, and people with pets, actually, that's kind of a challenge for them too, because it affects your pets. Like, your dog's kind of confused why all of a sudden you're, in this case, jumping forward means the dog is eating sooner. I don't know, but I have definitely heard people complaining about their pets getting confused, so it happens. But in my case, having more daylight, well, when I want to be awake, is fine with me. This kid needs experience. I don't think he's gonna get the kill, though. I'm getting EP and I don't want to be. Wake me up! I'm not singing the Evanescence song, but there you go. Good enough. I know that guy wasn't a part of Evanescence. I think he was just featured on that song, but I kind of wish that he was in other Evanescence songs. My sister used to love them growing up. But I was always mad. I was like, why didn't that guy come back? Like, he should have done another song with them or something. Maybe he did even. I don't know, but I wanted him in more of that music. Do we have Lex? Probably not. Oh my god, he hit it. I was gonna feed that, but such is life. Okay, two important healers way back here doing nothing. Guess we saved the physic. Let's get Arden up. Get these two up. Dance already danced. Alright, Dance already did something, so I don't need an elaborate dance formation. That's interesting. Lewin kind of in a bad place. Probably shouldn't have done that. But it should only be one. I think we're good now. A unit doing nothing? Must be Caspar from Three Houses. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. I don't know. He always did well for me. He had bad moments, but like once he became good, he became a god. Sleeping yesterday was tough. I was sleeping all Sunday and then I had insomnia for 2 hours in bed. Wait, was that somebody about to die? I gotta pay more attention to this. This works. This works. Alec, level up. Closer to class changing. Let's go. Oh. Oh, good level. Oh my god.
It's your lucky day.
Alec with the comeback. Also, forgot about Kanto, which could have been bad for Lewin, but they seem to not care about Lewin. I'm confused as to why they've decided to attack Beowulf, because that's stupid. The man is a god. So much for your highly coordinated squadron of Pegasus Knights. They split up and then decided to just suicide into Beowulf. Good job, I guess. Not a bad level there. Alec. Okay. I wonder if he's the only one that could reach some of those, probably. They had no choice but to die. Unfortunate. This is so hard to feed some of these weakies and get them leveled up. Like, there's no opportunity. They're slow, they're behind. Alex is getting really hurt, which is bad, but I think that might be the last one that could reach. Did Thorba? I thought I moved him back. I guess not. Where my journey ends, huh? I don't think so. I think it's where her journey ends. Didn't mean to kill her so fast. Wait, what did she have? Nothing? She had nothing? She had no special item? They're starving? Did I save it? I'm gonna save it over that one, I guess. Wait, we need to make sure people are together here, and they're not. Lex is too far away from any waifus. Where is Adane? This is bad. Jamke's promoted. Noish is dying. Noish is the one dying. Interesting. Nobody else is around here. The dude's dead and she's still asleep down here. She had a miracle band that isn't obtainable. Okay, thanks, Gabe. I was just nervous that we missed out on an item there. Like a fool. I really hate this peasant movement over here. I really cannot stand peasant movement. What's a guy to do? Magic? Again, why? Why is there so much Caspar slander? I don't know. I guess everybody has those units they hate.
Wow.
Despite her failures, she's getting closer to promoting. She's gonna promote and then she's gonna die. She's gonna promote and then it'll be her chapter and her time to go. I feel that happening somehow. Oh. Oh! No! 3 EXP. 3 HP, 3 EXP. It must be done. It must be done. Why can you never reach? You're useless. Arden. It must be done. Do. It must be done. Dance! Party. Soon I will be like, guys, my son is able to talk, says Wildcat. Man. We're gonna have to start selling Lucky Crit baby merch. I'm joking, but what if? Wow, that was an interaction, I guess.
Hiya, papaya.
Like, oh, you know what? Let's move you. Get Alec out of there. Let's have him attack a different one, maybe. Is he outspeed? Speed 18. Speed 17. Waifu milk baby bottle. You know, if I ever got an opportunity to do like gamer sups or something, I would want to do like a custom gamer sups waifu cup with them or something. I have some ideas that could be good for that. I think it'd be exciting. I would like it. My only problem is I feel like with gamer sups and stuff, it has like crap chemicals in it, which is not good for you. So I don't really know that I want to be pushing that kind of product. But I really like those stupid plastic garbage tumblers with waifus on them. I would want a Lucky Crit custom
Attention,
one. I really would.
all Fire Emblem, epic, sexy gamers. I bring you an urgent announcement.
The Camilla Milk Cup? That's not what I'm saying. Tail 2 just got an amazingly horrid level while you guys weren't able to see. She got luck +1, which unfortunately is pretty par for the course for her so far. It wouldn't be able to be Camilla because it can't be a copyrighted thing, right? Unfortunately, but it could be like a Fire Emblem adjacent looking waifu, right? She could have Camilla's nice, beautiful, wavy hair, maybe, or something. But also imagine, like, again, I don't want to get graphic with this, but a beautifully well-endowed waifu wearing a necklace with the Lucky Crit charm on it. It would sell itself. I want one of those. I just made it up and I want one of those. I'm gonna finish this job, maybe. Waifu Stevie? That's okay, that's not what I was thinking at all. +2 strength baby bottle. Nice, nice, nice. Lewin's looking extra powerful these days. I don't like this. This has to be dealt with swiftly. There's not many options left.
Hiya, papaya.
What turn is it? Seven turns. Oh, do his wind sword now. That he does. You're gonna make a waifu mascot for the channel? Asked Mary Sue. It was just, if I got one of those gamer drink sponsorships, they often make custom cups for those sponsorships. I don't know who designs it actually, but I would probably thoroughly talk to them and maybe contribute to that if I could, with ideas. I know like some people, like there's folks in the Warhammer community that have done like one of my friends really likes Bricky, who's a Warhammer content creator, and he did like a Sister of Battle tumbler cup thing. So I know it's possible. What is it? YouTube is dead? Well, that kind of makes sense though, Chip. We'll have to, I'm gonna be trying to revive the YouTube. What kind of brought everybody over to Twitch first off, but also, I hope that Fates video will help. The algorithm really is not very thrilled with my channel because I'm not doing anything, so I'm just pooping out really long streams that take up a lot of space for probably not a lot of profit. So I'd imagine things could be better. Oh, silence to bring back Wednesday streams. I plan to stream Wednesday this week, provided I don't die. I need more damage. Did he? Oh, he hit. Yes. Good. Now he's got to move. Yes. Do, it's your time. Let's go. That's like stream ending worthy. Come on, kid. Come on. I'm trying to help you. Don't you see? Did you just get somebody killed by failing that? I don't even know. You like attack Do, like he deserves it. Nobody else's fault, but that was an 80% chance with the wind sword. We're losing all this money. Tail to you. What? 94? What's wrong with you people? You're both level 11. You can't hit for shit. Good night, Kai. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Well, he gets it the second time. Now he's going to get HP, strength, skill, speed, defense, luck, res. That was like almost what I said. All right. Turns out bullying him works. Bullying is
It's your
good.
lucky day.
Why are my commands not working right? Hold on. For a future Fire Emblem game, I would like Thief to get a promoted class like Assassin or Trickster. Oh, like for that to come back, you're saying? Why is that not working? Like, oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. I know what it is. I think. What did I miss here? Mary Sue hates Wednesdays. Excuse me. If you play Path of Radiance again, I'm going to cry a lot of manly upset tears, just a heads up. Well, that's definitely not what I said 20 minutes ago on stream live. Why is that just going forever, that victory thing? You see that? It broke. It broke! Hold on.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
We back to normalcy now? What? Why did that happen?
W-Riz.
Now it's working again.
W-Riz.
I'm breaking my commands. See my demo Wednesday idea?
Trouble.
If not, it was an idea to play demos, chat, and Discord talk about once a month to try something different. That's interesting, but on Wednesday? All right, what's happening? People need to be healed. You bullied too hard, do too hard. Non-stop victory because we stay winning. Oh, it's still going. The victory is still going. I didn't turn off the text part of it. That's great. Because I was in a different place. I see. I see. Now none of these suckers can make it to an appropriate place. Maybe he's losing it. I'm back. Am I not back? What do you mean? What do you mean? When I turn things off, I have to go away for a minute, okay? I'm pretty sure we're back. You guys are behind. Finally, Sleeping Beauty has woken up over here. Still can't reach to do her job, though. This man needs to be healed desperately. Sigurd. I've created a very unfair society here in this game. I got these pitiful little foot losers that struggle to gain even a drip of EXP. We're letting villages burn just so that they could get over there to get a taste. Cullen's a different story. He's got some help with a special spiffy new ring. Alec is dying. Lex is never dying. Where's a Dane? What's up, babe? Lex says hello. Doing Path this Wednesday, Lucky? That was the plan, but Chip is going to cry and potentially hurt himself. Which I don't want to happen, but also I can't enable his behavior. But specifically because we haven't done Path in a while, and the last time I tried to do it was that night that my internet was dying and not working. So we've actually gone extra long without having done it, more than intended. But I know Chip is more of a fan of other stuff. I feel like Anna right now. I'm just watching all this money burn. I'm upset. Path is good. You gotta finish what you started. What am I, Kylo Ren? I'll finish what you started. Daddy Vader. That's what he said, right? I think that's what he said. I think what he said after that was, "Kiss me, Daddy Vader. Please kiss me. I know you're dead and your mask is just a corrupted, dusty husk."
That's too damn bad!
Yeah, it is too damn bad. I really like what they did to voice mod Kylo Ren's voice in that movie. Should I say Adam Driver's voice? The great divide between the 1% mounted unit and the 99% infantry class, it's true. Then you got people like Cullen here that now pretend he's on a horse. He's like as if he's from Monty Python. All right, let's see. Did I bolt sword him? Is that really heavy? Double third. Oh, that's not gonna do anything. And I doubt this will either, but I thought she would be able to handle this. Why is this guy like strong? Potentially double 16s. She needs help. Good night, JC. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, thank you. Level up Erin. Kind of weird. She really likes defense now. It's kind of crazy. You accidentally feed a Peg Knight +3 defense one time. And now she just can't get enough of it. She wants to be the tankiest, strongest, fattest Pegasus Knight known to man. What's happening here? You are next to your potential new lover. Sylvia needs somebody. Could be Alec. Could be Alec. What's up, Matthew? I spent some time with my grandfather because he came to see how I was doing. He ended up taking me target shooting to the local sportsman club because he heard I got a gun from my brother. That's that sounds crazy with no context. He heard I got a gun from my brother. I was just happy to spend time with him. That sounds really fun, Matthew. I like that. It's a very wholesome story. Uh-oh. Lakeisha's gotta come heal her hubby. Keep thinking Teltiu is a healer. Sorry, Talchew. I really don't want to go back through the stupid forest. Wait, we don't have to. We'll just dance. I don't even think we need to move everybody over here, but whatever. Who's I? Oh, I was trying to hit him. Level up. She didn't promote yet, right? No, she's almost there. Alec too. This kid's hopeless. Oh, we gotta help Arden. Maybe not. Stand by him. Jam Key might be getting cucked out of a Dane. Just gonna put that out there. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Deer cannot make it to help down here. Even Cullen needs to get healed. Tristan wants me to play Souls-like games. Immediately not interested in that. Sorry, Tristan. Why do you want me to play Souls games on stream? What does that have to do with anything else we do? I'd probably be really bad at those. I don't know. My friends have tried to get me to do that for a while, but I've kind of been refusing. I guess the bigger concern with that is I just don't know if my audience wants to see that. Like, because they're not really here for that sort of thing in the first place, I feel like less people would be interested than normal. Whereas, like, Suikoden, I think, is at least, like, translatable in terms of RPG interest, right? She needs to visit the things. But also...
How many times do we have to teach you
Alec
this
has run
lesson,
off into
old
battle.
man?
All right, Alec, buckle up. Elvie says, I would pay good money to see it. Was that a Stevie whine I heard a while ago? I don't want to go through the forest again. I think I did do that. Yes, that was me. Guilty. In Genealogy Remake, think new characters will just be more blonde people lucky. Kind of hope not. Sounds kind of boring. We got plenty of those. We got Noish. We got Beowulf. We got Lachesis. We got Cullen. Adane. Bridget. It's like half the cast, isn't it? 12 HP. Let's go. What's more, XCOM 2? I know Chip would. The problem is that it never ends. If I will play it again. I don't know when. I think from a viewing experience, it would probably be more exciting to watch somebody who's like enjoying what they're playing, right? So like if the mood is not there for that, then I'm probably not going to do that. I will do it again. But it's this endless toxic cycle of I'll play it, and I'm playing it so that I don't have to hear XCOM 2 again, please, XCOM 2 again, please, from specifically Chip constantly. But because I played it, that renews the interest and gives like more hope. And then I continue to hear more XCOM 2, please, more XCOM 2, please, more XCOM 2, please, and it never ends. It just keeps going. We were in a decent place in that game, finally. We actually kind of were, but I don't know. It just hasn't been the vibe for a bit for me. I love XCOM 2, but we started so many runs and we died so many times that I have less attachment to it, I guess, is maybe the real thing. But I know that's also interesting because at least you guys get to have characters and stuff like that. There is some decent interaction that can happen with that, so I will acknowledge that, but I don't know where to bring people at this point. There's not actually. There's a lot of dudes up there. Gotta get some of these towns too. Never got. It's my alarm. I'm supposed to have ended the stream at this point, but we're gonna play for a few more minutes here. You never got back around to playing BG3 so I could join. It will happen eventually, but again, like the Wednesday slot is rotating, and we've had a lot of scenarios where I wasn't able to stream Wednesday, so a lot of canceled Wednesday streams, a lot of attempted restarts of Wednesday streams, and my restarts typically start with why is he dying? When I restart it, I tend to go back to Path of Radiance because that's the most consistent one we were doing for Wednesday. We played BG3, what was it, like January? A couple months ago? It objectively hasn't been that long in terms of Wednesday streams, but yeah, I understand. But also that is something that, it, again, is kind of weird and different and not normal for the channel. So I want to acknowledge that too and say, like, I don't know, sometimes it doesn't feel good if you're like, if you know that the viewership could be doubled if you just played something else. Does that make sense? It's like if I was going to spend 5 hours doing something basically, or 3 or 4, it does objectively feel better for me, unfortunately, to play something that I know will get twice as much interest and eyeballs on it as opposed to something half as much, right? You feel like you're using your time more wisely. But again, it'll happen eventually. I'd sooner go bald than play a Souls game, says Matthew. I think that's my concern, is I'm such a perfectionist too, that I probably... It's been a long time since I've actually raged at a video game. The last time was probably on this stream at some point. Maybe the pirate map chapter in Fire Emblem 7, courtesy of Chip. But the idea of me like getting myself to rage, like actively trying to make myself rage by playing a rage-inducing game, it doesn't sound very appealing, I guess. I don't know. 15, level 14. Now that I think about it, when you went to Carnival, did you see any dancers dressed like Quaquaval, the dancing duck Pokemon? Yeah, kinda, honestly. But a lot of the outfits are kind of similar to that. Yeah, wait, isn't that Pokemon Brazilian inspired? I think it is. His fancy footwork is very similar to what a lot of the ladies were doing with the fancy costumes. There were like even some peacock outfits and stuff. So yeah, really, yeah, honestly. It's Spanish inspired. But yeah, I guess he's not technically like sambaing or whatever, but it does look very similar still. That's the variety stream struggle. Yeah, that's true. It's true. I don't know. There's other times where I'm also like, if I just took a stream night a week to work on that video, like that could come out and then everything would be better. Attempting to reignite and put new life back into the channel, I think would be an important investment and probably should happen sooner than later. And so it's like, I'm going to stream Wednesday this week, but objectively speaking, I probably shouldn't. Definitely not the correct house. We gotta do this one too still. I really hope it wasn't that one. Because if I could have gotten that one a long time ago, that would have been nice. Oh, a Dane. Heal your potential future man. Really don't want to feed anybody else. This guy needs to promote like yesterday. But he's almost there, sort of. Have you considered moving the Wednesday stream to Friday every other week? That just sounds inherently confusing, Tristan, does it not? But also, Friday is... Oh, probably shouldn't have done that. Blizzard is a ranged home in this game? That I did not know. Oh my god, they all have it? Well, that's kind of scary. I hope he'll be okay. Did not mean to do that. I don't want to confuse people with when to tune in. I think that's a bad idea. But also Friday is usually a very social evening where I have dates or other things that I want to go out and be doing. And it's a better night than Wednesday for that sort of thing. So I probably wouldn't do that. And if I wasn't so exhausted at the end of the week, to hit a different time zone, like mentally, I would be open to like a Saturday afternoon stream or something like that, but I'm so tired that there's no way that's happening. And my weekends are usually pretty busy. And if there's not, there's always housework or things that I should be doing as well. Like I got a bathroom that I still need to finish painting. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, there's no bridge there. Wait, did I just walk all the way up the wrong corner and I need to go down right first? Come on. I think that's just what happened right there. We gotta stop that bandit anyway, I guess. Talking about the Yakuza games. Ugh. There's like nothing left of that. By the time we save this village, there's like legitimately nothing left. At least he was fine. Blizzard wasn't so scary. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, come on, dude. That village is cooked. That village is so cooked. It's gonna be half a tower left at the end. I hate this. Yeah, it seems like we're not gonna be able to cross there. Oh, he was the one mentioning the key. What does that mean, though? Surely, I thought that was the guy who was at the bottom right. But no, he is the one that's there. How are we supposed to do this then? If there's no bridge, or do these guys do it when they die somehow? I don't know. I have no idea. I just really hope it's not this down here that we need to go do. I was saving that one. Okay. Got a bunch of villages that she still needs to visit. I kind of think this is probably not the one either. I don't know. I should just play and just have people grab villages and not care. I really should. All right, the last thing we're gonna do on the stream is I'm gonna save that village and then we're gonna wrap it up for the evening here. I just don't know at this point if I'm moving anybody else because I'm not seeing much of a point. Could have Arden return. Oh, I didn't mean to use fortify. Shit. His staff layout needs to be altered. More pillage than village at this rate? True. Questionable level.
Attention, all Fire Emblem.
Who's the
Epic,
MVP tonight?
Sexy gamers, I bring you an urgent announcement.
I think it's Beowulf, to be honest. He kind of ate a bunch of Peg Knights and he killed Dithorba like immediately before like anything could even happen. Has he been MVP before? He probably has. That's probably our first repeat. Because we've had a good no, he hasn't. I guess he hasn't. Interesting. According to your meticulous list, Gabe, it doesn't appear that he's on there. Unless I can't read. Very interesting. Does Ira go up? Does she not? I guess she goes up. Because there's a prospective EXP. Maybe I put all the landlocked losers up there to get EXP. Yeah, I think this is a well-deserved Beowulf MVP considering how much he tanked. Nothing else of super note happened, I guess, with anybody else. Trying to like separate people. Trying to separate and segregate people that don't belong together. But it's probably late for a lot of that anyway, so. I don't know if he should be getting hit with that stuff. And Cullen needs to be healed. You can try it. Oh, Ira's sword broke. The brave sword. Oh, that's bad. When they didn't go for her, though. You fool. Okay. I think it's time to save this village. There's only 2 towers left of it in the background. Can Alec even do it by himself? He can't even. You did it! You saved the village with half a house left. Yeah. Can't wait to see what that villager says. Well, my wife and kids are dead, but you're here to save me, so thank you, I guess. If that hits, that would really suck. But what else we got to do here? I don't know. I think we're gonna end it here. I'll give myself a chance to think about that and what I want to do with this. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you had fun with this. I'll be back Wednesday again. We'll probably do Path of Radiance. I know that Chip will hurt himself, but there's nothing I could do about it. I'm sorry. I think we should get back to Path of Radiance because that was one that I meant to do, and then we had some stream issues, so I think that should happen first. But thank you guys so much. It's good to be back. What's up, Termina Carnival, by the way? Excuse me. Switch Ira's sword before you forget next time. Good call. Thank you, Deep Freeze, Bright Sky, Lunar Cryogen, Mary Sue, Ask the Staff, Elvia, Tristan, Mercenary BDU, Gabe Ruiz, Termina Carnival, Matthew Edwards, Valens, of course. We had Chip. Cough coming back fiercely. The tickle in my throat is fierce. Wildcat, thank you. JC was here. So was Kai. So was Hydri. Thank you, thank you. Anybody else at the end of my list here? I think that's it for now. Thank you guys. I'll see you Wednesday. See you very soon. Have a good rest of your beginning of your week, as weird as that is to say. Bye, everybody.